Welcome to Amsterdam. Look at what I found, this beautiful model in the street. Hello,
Hello.
Chip.
Hello.
Oh, you said to do the hold
I
the
think
mic
it's I
here.
think it's easier if you hold it like at an equal distance somewhere. Yeah.
I gotta hold the mic at an equal distance, guys. Hey, vegan plant, Martin,
Hello.
Linda, how goes?
Yeah.
How old are you guys?
We're getting right into it.
18. Are you okay being live on our YouTube channel?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, am I
We're good.
starting?
Yeah.
What do we start with again?
Okay, I'll ask you. So we're animal rights activists. What do you guys feel about animals? How do you feel about animals?
We like animals.
You like animals?
I
Do you
think it's necessary for the planet in general.
animals are necessary for the planet? Yeah. Okay, well, we agree with you. Animals are nice, right? Yeah. Do you think humans are animals also?
Not
No.
really.
Not really. Are we not mammals?
Yeah, but I think there's.
I think we have
we're
like
severe.
a highly, I don't know how to say it in English, but como, highly difficult process in our minds
So we're more intelligent.
and more sophisticated bodies and all that stuff.
Sure. Let's say we're more intelligent. So, do you think it's okay to exploit animals?
No, definitely not.
But I think sometimes for the wellness of humanity, sometimes like animals are less valuable. So sometimes it's necessary to try things on them.
Okay.
If,
So
if you don't have any other
Way.
way to do it.
yeah. So that if it's not needed to exploit animals, we should not, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Do you think that perhaps animal agriculture exploits animals?
No. Well,
Obviously,
like,
yes, because it's true. But if you look at the
Is it necessary?
that's what I'm talking about. If you like look at the, for example, for food, if you look at like the the nutrients and like the quality of the food that you're eating animals or not, I think like it's better to eat animals than not to eat them.
Can you be healthy without eating animals?
Definitely.
Okay. So then why does that matter? Does that not make it
Because
eating
it's,
animals?
because it's easier being healthier eating animals.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a hypothetical scenario. So let's imagine that eating dogs would be even healthier. You would get even more nutrients. Would you be in favor of eating dogs?
Here, boy. Come on.
no.
Come on. Oh no, I'm just
Ah.
playing the dog's coming over, and we're gonna
No,
eat the dog.
because we have them in our societies and we're used to see dogs. But if I haven't seen a dog in my life or something like that, I would eat a dog.
So let's recap. Okay. So we have animals, these animals that we exploit for human consumption, right? These animals we don't need to do it. These animals we do it, but you're saying we do it because they're higher in quality. But then if we bring another animal where it would be even higher in quality, we shouldn't exploit them. So it seems like that's not the reason why we exploit them, is it?
Yeah. But I think that I'm not like I don't think that it's necessary to exploit animals. That's what I.
So if it's not necessary, is that not bad?
That's what I support. Like, ¿cómo se dice? Organic food and animals breeding correctly and all that stuff.
So wait a minute. Why do you think organic is better? Does the animal not get brought to life only to be killed?
Yes, but they suffer
Is that not
less.
exploitation?
They suffer less, definitely.
So
And they live
what would
in
be the
better-
right way to kill you? If you, I don't need to do it, but if I want to do it, what would be the right way to kill you? I can make you suffer not at
without
all.
suffering.
Respectful
Yeah,
way.
and that would be a right way to kill you, right? If I do it, it would be right.
Yeah.
So
No,
your
right,
family wouldn't condemn me, nobody would say anything because I killed you the right way, right?
No.
No. So it would
Eh.
still be wrong.
Yes,
Yes,
but
but-
comparing what I said at first, comparing with
Like meat
Like-
industry and that things, it's better to be raised in a farm that treats you fair and then to be killed.
How do you think they're being treated fair when they're being used, treated like objects and then killed? How is that fair?
Because they have a good life, like they're cared.
María,
They,
estás haciendo fatal.
What kind of good life do you think they have?
being,
describe to
being
me the life of a
outside
dairy
in the
cow.
farm, like be able to move
To
around.
get food.
Oh, so if I put you in a pen where you're able to move around and I give you food, then it's okay. You're being treated nicely, right? That's the nice treatment that you deserve. Just
No, because
being
I am
outside and moving
no,
around.
Because I have a more complex mind than a cow.
How do you know?
That's
Because
biologically true.
No, you're just more intelligent. You don't have a more complex mind. The
Eh,
mind is just as complex. In fact, there are several animals who they commit Like they bite each other, they hit each other because
course,
they're
but-
bored. Because they need intellectual stimulation also. They don't just need a little bit of space. But either way, we ended up in a place where we recognize that this is exploitation. We recognize that it is not necessary. So why choose to support it?
Yeah, especially if it's not necessary.
Yeah.
We have to draw like a line, right? Is it necessary or is it not necessary?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
if it's
but-
not necessary, we got to think of the consequences of our actions.
Definitely.
Whether it's this way in this fairy tale way, which we all know it's not, or it's the other way, which we know it is. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about someone's life, right?
Yeah, but for example, are you vegan? Or something?
Absolutely, I'm vegan. Yes.
Okay, so you support the environment.
I'm a feminist and I'm
Yes,
a vegan.
absolutely, I support the
Eh,
environment.
So if
But I'm vegan for the animals.
And I'm a feminist
yeah,
for
but
the women.
do you know how much like pollution makes like soy like
Less
soy
than
product?
animal products, yes.
Yeah, but if everybody eats like
So if
plant-based
per
products,
so if per person it makes less of a carbon
Yeah.
footprint,
Yeah.
what do you think if everybody adopts it?
I know I totally agree. Like to
It makes it
Cycle.
4 times less land use, 3 times less water use.
You have to think of all the
half
animals.
the eutrophication, biodiversity loss is half.
You have to
So
think of
it's
all the
monumentally
animals that are
better.
bred into existence. So 92 billion, maybe 100 billion animals are bred. We feed them, right?
Yes.
Most of the soy goes to them, right?
Yeah. So we could eat the soy ourselves and get 10 times more food. We could feed
yeah, but
like
the
we could
cows
feed.
would need to eat also.
So let's put it this way: we could feed 150 million more people in U.S. simply by switching from an animal-based diet to a plant-based diet. That's
rem-
almost half the population more.
yeah, but
And remember, they're bred into existence, right?
Yeah.
We breed them all into existence. So
Yeah.
we wouldn't have to feed that many
Yeah.
mouths,
They
so
only
to say,
exist
right?
because we want to kill them.
Carrera.
yeah, no. Yes.
We agree. We agree.
We agree, but we have to.
You
go
agree?
now.
Is it that just
Exactly.
like, yeah, we agree and we move on?
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you just talked before I was thinking about it. You said that humans are more intelligent than
Animals, yeah.
But that's because our brain is developed more, and it's obviously more.
It's not developed
complicated.
more.
Yes.
No, so what do you mean by developed more? By more time, or what do you mean by
No,
more
but
developed?
more time. No, by nature, like it's our.
How do you judge whether a brain is more
I don't know
developed
how
or
to
not?
say it in English, but our
Dímelo,
sistema nervioso,
Nervous system.
nervous system, our cells and everything is more sophisticated and
It's not.
complex.
No. So the only thing that
Yes,
we
it
as
is.
humans have differently is the brains, and we have more brain capacity. But
No,
I wouldn't say our
everything
brain
else-
is more developed because their brain is just as developed. The fact that you are here right now. Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah.
Yes,
Do you
of
understand how evolution works?
Yes.
Yeah, so all the animals evolved just as much as any human has evolved. There's not one is more evolved than the other.
But
So there's not
there's
one that is
systems
more
of brain.
developed than the other. It's just that you classify as my brain is more developed than yours because my brain does what I think is more important than yours.
But-
But if you take, for instance, certain animals whose brain are incapable of getting brain cancer, then you would say, well, those brains are superior to a human brain
Of
because
course,
a human
in
brain can
that-
get
in
brain
that
cancer.
Area, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but not.
But in every other area.
Well,
without
not in every
exception,
other area because let's take
Talking
for
about
instance.
life, talking
okay,
about
let's
communication,
talk
everything.
let's talk about smell. Smell, right? Smell receptors are extremely advanced in a lot of animals,
Of course, of
and they have way larger parts of their brain dedicated towards smelling because their receptors are more advanced. That means if you judge a brain by how much they can discern between the different smells,
Okay,
you'll
but-
realize that their brain is more advanced.
do you think
Same
any-
with sight, same with hearing.
Of course, but do you think an animal could do a live in YouTube?
So it's
talk
strictly
about
just
it?
more intelligence. That's
But-
all I mean.
But
Yes.
why is intelligence such a determining
Yeah.
factor? If we're more intelligent, that means
Yes.
we should be more responsible, right?
Yes, but we should, in our, ¿cómo se dice egoísta?
We're selfish. But what are you trying to say? What are you trying I'm trying to understand
I'm-
because we're trying to say we can defend animals, we cannot exploit, we can choose to not be violent towards animals.
Okay.
And right now you're trying to say
What
but
I'm
we should be
saying-
violent? What are
I'm
you saying?
is that in balance.
So you think we're
in balance-
superior, I
in
get
balance,
that. Why
if
does
you-
that matter?
If that improves human lives and human society, I think we should.
Wait. So you're mentioning valuing human lives. So
Yes.
do you know who works in these places?
In what places?
In slaughterhouses. In
Okay.
slaughterhouse.
In places
Ah,
where they kill the
abattoir,
animals.
abattoir.
Yeah.
I can get.
Where they kill the animals.
Sin matadero.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
mata,
yes, yes,
where
of
they
course,
kill
of
the
course,
animals.
yes.
Yeah. Do you know who works in those places?
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, for example,
But you're mentioning humans, so you think humans are more important, right?
yes.
So what about the humans that work in slaughterhouses? So they turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they cause more violent crime, including like sexual assault, including
I don't
workplace
understand
injuries. So
Que dice que la gente que trabaja en mataderos que luego está violando, que se está drogando, que se está alcoholizando.
But that's not true.
it
It
is
is.
true, absolutely. It
So the
is.
people that kill the animals, because they're so desensitized to violence, they
Yes.
end up committing violence themselves and suffering from PTSD because of it. Like imagine yourself
That's-
trying to
that's-
kill
Yeah.
hundreds of animals each
Imagine.
day. Obviously, it would not be easy, right? Can you hold this for a second?
Yeah. So imagine if you had to go into a slaughterhouse every single day and kill a bunch of animals. You think that's good for your mentality?
No,
I'm gonna
Of
show
course
you something
not,
a
right?
little bit graphic,
Yeah.
okay? So imagine seeing this every single day. This wouldn't be nice, right?
of course, but es que no sé cómo
But
decirlo,
if
pero-
I work in a morgue and I work like
In a morgue,
That's
it's
a
not.
choice.
There's no,
I'm
violence
fixing,
in a morgue.
I'm fixing like, or I'm a police and I see crime. It also like hurts your mind, but
Sure.
it's your job.
Yeah, but the difference
you
the
chose
difference
it.
is that you don't think police should be seeing violence, right? You wouldn't want a world where police officers see a lot of violence.
No,
do you?
but
You don't want them
Yeah.
to be
No, but I-
traumatized.
But for this one, you specifically make it because this violence happens because you pay for it. Because you buy these products,
But that's why
this
we
violence
support
happens.
organic food, because
this is organic.
this is all organic.
there's cows are not being butchered like that.
Of course they are. How else do you
No.
He
kill
was
them?
an inspector, man. What are you
How else do
talking
they
about?
kill them?
With el, ¿cómo se dice? Con descargas eléctricas.
electric.
Yeah, they use a bolt gun.
They
They
use
use
a
a bolt
gun.
gun, and then they
That's
cut
the
their
most
throat.
common, or they electrocute
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
see, this is what they do.
But
Of course,
how? But how is that kind? The only reason they do that is to immobilize them, so they don't move around.
Yeah.
They shoot them sometimes a couple times, and then they cut their neck. You know.
We
Yeah.
agree.
Of course.
Everything. We have to go to the museum now.
No, but
Because
like
they're
it's
calling
really
us.
important, right?
Yeah.
Because we can walk by
should
in
think about it.
society, right? And we can think that we're not being part of this, or we're not causing something bad to happen.
Yeah, but also
right?
last thing I say, and we have to go.
Yeah.
Joder, que eso
Do you
es
not
una
support? Do you not support like if I have a farm and I live from breeding animals? Do you not support like I should quit my job and
If
start?
I farm humans,
You
would
can
you be okay with it?
farm something else though, right?
If
you
I
can
farm
so many
dogs?
different things.
Yeah,
No,
you can
because
farm
You can be a
plants.
sanctuary even. You can save the animals' lives, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
kill them. Why is this human supremacist mindset where we have to kill them, we have
No,
to
but
do
for
this, we have
example,
to do
We're
that?
Spanish, and in Spain there's a big meat industry.
Yeah,
What do you
I have
think? We
vegan
have to-
friends
Everywhere.
in Spain.
cut,
I have vegan
everything.
friends there. I was
No
just
country
in
is
Spain.
special. All countries have a big
I was
meeting.
near Valencia.
And we should
recently.
like quit our meat industry so we can
Yeah.
save animals.
absolutely.
Not so we can
absolutely.
save them, so
people
that
will
we can-
die of
No, it's
starvation.
the
Wait. Just to be
mindset.
clear,
It's
wait,
the
just
mindset.
one
Go
second.
ahead,
Just
go
to be clear, it's not to save animals. We're not asking you to save animals. We're asking you to not kill animals.
Oh, okay. But people
Is
will
it
die of
difficult for you to
starvation.
not be violent towards animals?
No, I'm not. No.
But you pay for
Directly.
violence.
Supply and demand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but people who work like in the meat industry, what
You mean
what
the
they do-
slaughterhouse
No,
workers
no,
that we
like
just said that
farmers,
are PTSD?
farmers.
Yeah,
They
the
die
farmers who
of
cry
starvation.
when they have to do this, when they have to send their animals to
Yeah, but
slaughterhouse.
they need to eat.
They need to work,
they,
right?
They need to
Why
get
put
an
them
income.
in that position in the first place?
Yeah,
Because they chose
so if
to.
my job is to
They
be a pimp where I take women
You
and
wanna
I
be a
sell them
farmer?
in the sex
You grow
industry,
up-
that's my job.
farmer's
I should
job
continue
is
doing it
slaughterhouse
because it's a job, right?
Because that's against human rights.
Because there's people.
So
there's
this is
humans that
against
suffer.
animal rights. Do you think that
Yeah, but I
do you think human rights are important for humans?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't then animal rights be just as important to animals?
Because I don't think a
Just
woman
ask
has
them.
the same rights as a cow.
I'm not that saying there is one
But
basic
cats
right.
and dogs. Would you eat the dog?
No.
If I had to,
Well,
Let me put it this way.
have to.
Okay.
A choice,
Because
right?
they're like domestic animals and they
All are
the
domestic.
same. I wouldn't put like a tiger. I wouldn't put a
So
jumper
just a
on
label.
a tiger.
Just a label.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just a label. So
Yes.
so if the chicken has a label, kill the chicken. Dog, pet the dog. Cow, kick the cow.
It's not
Shoot
like
the
that.
cow.
It's not like
It
that.
It's
is
exactly like that.
No.
It's actually
No.
worse than kicking them.
Wait, did the dog choose to be born a dog?
No, but I
Did a
didn't
cow
chose
choose to be born a cow?
Do
human.
you,
No, you didn't.
Did you
But
chose
yet,
to be a
but
born
yet,
animal?
imagine if
No,
I,
but I'd rather
you
be
were
born
you
a
born
human.
in Spain, right? Imagine if I were to say, I don't like Spanish people. I have power over every person on this planet, so I'm gonna cut your throat because you were born in Spain. Is that fair towards you?
No, because there's no reason to do that, and that.
But there's no
doesn't-
reason to do also this other same
Yeah, but-
stuff.
What about
The
name-
only
name the
reason
trade?
would the only reason would be just my own selfishness, right?
Yeah,
Because
but
I want to
If
do it.
It's of course true that meat and everything that
Milk and
Lies.
eggs, the sexual exploitation, the stealing of the
That-
baby, the jerking off of the bulls.
let me talk,
Yeah.
that is of course
That is standard
improving
practice in
economies of
absolutely every
definitely
single
every
farm.
country.
That is standard
what-
practice.
That's-
But does that is that moral?
No, but he just said that because you want to. If you want, I can kill everyone in my country just because I want. No, that's.
But
not,
that's why you kill animals, right?
No, because animals.
Why do you
imply-
kill
imply
animals?
money
Why do you kill animals?
to it.
So if I want to kill and eat you because I could, would that be okay towards you?
No, because he's a human.
Doesn't matter if you're a
So-
human
no,
or
no,
not,
it
because
doesn't
to,
matter.
That's
to
what-
him his
that's
life.
what I said.
Wait, to you your life matters just as much as to any other animal. Their life matters. It's everything
There's
to
many
you.
animals that don't.
Do you
even
think they want to
sense-
be killed? Do you think if you
No,
if
but
you
I don't
step
think
on their leg, they
they-
don't
they-
screech, they don't feel
Yeah, but
pain?
I don't think they have like.
Of course
Does
they
that
feel
matter?
pain.
Does a
That's
baby
not
know?
what I'm
Does a
saying.
baby know they
Yeah.
don't want to be killed?
Wait a minute. If a human being wouldn't know, like they would be intellectually challenged, or they have the intellect of an animal, would it be okay for us to kill them? Because they wouldn't know, like just like an animal wouldn't. Would it be okay?
Es que no entendemos bien.
Bueno, calla, que si como un paralítico tú le matas. Bueno, one question I have for you. Like, you support animals, I understand. But
I worked in
Then-
slaughterhouses. I saw what took place. You know,
I know.
if you can imagine the psychology that goes
But
behind
do you think
that.
it's better-
Every day I see it over and over,
Yeah, I
flashbacks,
know.
trauma, right?
But do you think it's better to protect animals than human? Like you see
No.
I
like
say
a
leave them
factory
all
in
alone.
China.
Leave them
Do you-
all alone.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Yeah.
But-
So
and if
we'll-
you want to appeal to another issue,
that brings
then I
death
need
out
I
of
need
the
you to
war?
see you with a sign protecting worker rights as well, right? Because
Yes.
if you're going to talk about workers, what about the slaughterhouse workers? You're going to go to what people are happening in China. Well, why not? Why do you care just about the workers in China? Why not the slaughterhouse workers?
that suffer
They don't. They
because
don't
of it.
matter. It's just the people in China or
Yeah.
the
Well,
people
okay.
of war.
But
These are marginalized people too.
Yeah, but I'm not talking what do you do in your job, because you say that like the slaughterhouse people, it's
Yeah.
because they kill animals.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Do you think
because-
that's their? They grew up. Mom, Dad, I
No,
want to
no.
work in a
No,
slaughterhouse.
but that's like they don't have another job, so they chose to do
They
this.
They
didn't
don't have
choose.
another.
They didn't choose
If I
that.
work in a factory, I maybe
Yeah.
like work in a factory. I don't like to be working 15 hours straight.
Do you know who works in slaughterhouses?
You know.
Marginalized communities, right? Racialized communities, immigrants, refugees, minorities, mentally unwell people.
The people who cannot,
And
who
children,
are
that's what it
refused
is.
by
If you
society.
didn't
The-
have a job, would you work in a slaughterhouse?
I would
or not?
if I was forced to if I knew what I knew now, if I was forced to work in a slaughterhouse, I would just I don't want to say it online, but I would take my own. Because you don't
Yeah.
understand the things that I saw.
It's really bad in there.
The things that people do to animals, you would never believe. You would never believe it. I worked in an investigation unit where people did things, they tortured animals, they burned them alive for fun.
that's not-
They sexually assaulted them for fun.
Well, all
I
this
see
starts
these
with
things.
your
And-
money.
And that doesn't have
How do you
to
think this
with-
happens though?
because
Who do
there's
you think
people-
Because
pays
we
them?
provide
if
an
there's people
environment
that,
for this to
that
happen.
sexual abuse to
Psychopaths
animals,
hide behind this,
Of course,
yeah.
that's psychopaths.
Yeah.
But who do you think pays
But
them?
why does it matter?
I
But
think
of course, if I have someone
pay
hired
them.
in my office and he's a psychopath, I'm paying him. Of course.
You don't know these
No.
people though.
You
don't
pay
know
all
them.
of these
That's
You
what
go
I'm
to the
saying.
grocery store and it's wrapped up in this nice little, bow and tie, and you go there, you don't even think about it, right? This is the human supremacist mindset. This is what we do. We play kings and queens, and everything's just fine. It's not a big deal to you. You could very easily do it. You're just choosing to choose your ego over it, right? Because you could change, but you're worried about what they're gonna say. You're worried about maybe your taste pleasure a little bit, right? A little bit.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so it's an ego thing. It has nothing to do with
But
that
it-
it's need or
But
necessity.
is it
You
easy,
just do it
is
for
it
fun.
easier to be vegan or to be? How do you say that you eat everything?
It's
you
easy
meet-
to be kind.
Yeah. So anyway, it
is.
doesn't
It's a
matter.
lot easier
easy-
than you think.
It's much easier to be an asshole who takes advantage of people in general.
It's true.
much easier to be a person who
That's not
just
true.
did.
yeah.
It's
Are
easier
ex-
to be kind and to get well with everyone and
No,
just
it's
talk with them.
much easier to get well with the people that you need to get well with, and everybody else just be an asshole towards.
And we could walk
that's
away
not something
blind,
you should
right?
be.
And just ignore, right? And that's all what we're trying to say is we can easily just walk away from these
We're
conversations.
trying to say
right?
that we should improve all that industry,
No,
not to have. That's what we're trying
we
to
shouldn't
say.
improve slavery. We should abolish slavery.
You know, factory farming starting in like the 1940s. I think probably earlier than that.
Yeah,
If that
probably.
was your business and you said, I'm going to make it humane, do you think it would take you almost, what,
But
That's
75
80
years to get it
ago.
right?
Okay, but of course he said about slavery.
yeah, this is
Um,
slavery.
But
Yeah.
why take a life?
Obviously, it's needed to be abolished, but slavery has brought really, like.
Don't defend
No,
slavery.
don't.
No, I'm
No,
not.
we
I'm
don't-
not
no,
defending
no,
that.
no, no,
I'm
no,
not.
no.
I'm not defending that.
No,
But
no.
I think that it has helped the human to
No.
evolve. You said that.
That
you,
doesn't make it right.
Don't.
You
It
said.
doesn't make it right.
You said
Right.
no.
Don't,
You said
don't.
that you support evolution and that kind of things. Of
No,
course,
I
if
believe
they,
in evolution. I don't support it. It's theory. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bueno, que sí.
Okay.
And like
Que
think,
se
and
generen
think
estudios.
about it, like if
Of
if
course,
slavery was
if
now,
we hadn't have
No, no, it's slavery.
wars, there wouldn't be as much developed the medicine industry and all like that. These are things that happen and that we cannot erase them. We just need to learn from that and don't repeat it.
Yeah,
it's
but you're so,
2025,
so
right?
listen. The whole point of this isn't that these things happen. Animal agriculture doesn't just happen. It happens because people pay for it. It happen. If people stop paying for it, do you think they're going to continue breeding animals?
Of course
No.
No, of course not. And these animals, what they're being done to is exactly slavery. It's exactly that. They're being bred to existence. They don't have any freedom. They have their babies taken away from them. They get killed whenever the farmer says you should get killed.
Yes.
A lot of the times, hold this for a second, just to show you, like, just because you might not know this, a lot of the times they're killed at such a small age. Like, we imagine that they live to old age and stuff, but this is the lifespan that they have. None of them even get half their lifespan. None of them even get
not
half.
a fraction of it.
Most of them is
Males,
this.
one
This
day.
is most of them. This is most of them.
Ah,
Yeah, this
well.
is.
Sorry to interrupt. We have to enter to the museum. I'm so sorry. Let's go.
Can I give you a card to look into it?
Okay.
Can you promise me you'll watch
Mamá y
Dominion?
papá quieren hacer pis.
Okay,
See you
cheers.
guys,
Have a
thank
good
you.
one.
Cheers.
See you.
Sorry. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
Vamos, venga,
Think
venga.
about it, guys. It's really important. Wow. What do we got going on here, guys? Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it so much.
Slave to YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Martin, Mel and Steve, Jake,
I would say this is bad.
Pia.
Is this bad?
He almost don't. No. Pia. All right. Sorry. This guy, like, I thought he was gonna get it at first. He was almost there. I kind of looked at him in the eyes, and he kind of agreed with some of the points we are making. So you never know, right? You just don't know. Sometimes you just got to put it out there, and sometimes, the ego just takes us over, doesn't it? The ego just grabs a hold of us and makes us think these weird ways. We would never kick a dog. We would never kick a chicken in front of us or a pigeon, right? And so, it's backwards mentality, right? No, you got to eat. I don't know what Wesley. No. We evolve, right? We can move away from that. I worked in the industry too. I moved away from it. It's not necessary. We know that. It's 2025. It's time. It's time to end that. Exactly, Pia, exactly. It's the very minimum. It's the very minimum we can do is just leave them alone, respect them, give them kindness. I mean, how hard is that just to be a decent human, right? You could very easily just be a decent human, leave them off your plate. Hey, Annie, how are you doing? Can't wait to see you in a few days. Ben G in the house. So we are out in the streets doing a social experiment. Chip's got the sign here. We're in Amsterdam, beautiful spot, and we're just talking to people about the cruel things that are going on in the world, including eating animals and viewing them as commodities. They are innocent beings. We don't need to do that anymore. Come on, guys. Let's live vegan. Okay, we have somebody coming in.
You're a minor, right? Are you okay being live on YouTube? Are you also okay with her being live on YouTube?
Okay, guys.
We got
Chip's
some-
gonna have a
You
conversation
wanna come
here.
here so that you have a conversation with us?
How are we doing?
You want to come here a little bit closer so that you're here in view? Nice. What's your name?
Daisy.
Daisy, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. He's David, and
I'll back out because it's might be intimidating.
yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
So we're holding the sign that says animal abuse should be legal. How do you feel about that?
I don't agree.
You don't agree, right?
No.
Do you think abusing animals is bad?
Yes.
Can I ask you, what do you think abuse is? Like, if you were to define it, how would you define it?
I don't know. I mean, doing wrong stuff to them, like hurting them.
Yeah, hurting them physically, right? Do you think killing them is also abusive?
It depends.
Depends.
If they're like sick and are going to suffer, maybe killing them is better.
That's
way.
very smart of you to say that. That
Thank
we're not saying in those situations, but rather somebody who's not sick, who's healthy. If we were to kill them, would that be abusive?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think also maybe emotionally we can harm them, like maybe
Yes.
yell at them and stuff, right?
I think they're like maybe like humans. If you yell at someone, they like get sad or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because they feel anxiety, they have emotions,
Yes.
they feel all of
Like
it.
an
right, Lex?
emotional pet.
Yeah.
I've seen some things that where like a person has anxiety, the cat gets also anxiety from the person.
Do you have any relationship with an animal, like with an animal companion or something?
Right now, no.
Right now, no, no. Yeah, so yeah, obviously, you know, when it comes to cats and dogs, most people agree on this. You're right. Animal abuse should not happen. But then if we switch it around and we think about other animals like cows, like chickens, like pigs, sheep, do you think these animals should be abused?
No.
No. But do you think that in the production of animal products like meat, like dairy, like eggs, do you think that they are abused?
Sometimes, like mass production, can sometimes people abuse them, but
Yeah.
other times no. I don't. I
But
don't
what
know.
if you were to find out that the practices, because when we watch a video with mass production, it obviously tells us that's unnatural, that's ugly, right? But if you were to find out that one animal in mass production actually has the same welfare as an animal in a small farm where they're not massively produced, wouldn't you say that that's abusive also then?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, so there was this study done in Germany on, I think, 13,000 dairy farms, and they showed that an animal welfare index between a small farm and a large farm was exactly the same. In fact, it was better on a large farm because they have standard practices in place. But the sheer reality is that, take for instance dairy milk. Do you know why cows produce milk?
No.
Yeah, so a cow produces milk for their baby, right? They're a mammal. They only
Yes.
produce milk
Oh, yes,
if they have
yes.
a baby. That's okay. You know, I learned this at 30 years old. I just thought cows eat grass and then they produce milk. So
Yes.
what do you think? How do you think they get pregnant? Do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Farmers do stuff to them. I
Yeah.
really recently went on a stuff where to be a
Veterinarian.
Yes.
That's
I
awesome.
went on a stuff where people will like taught us about stuff like that. So yes.
So you saw the
Farmers.
artificial insemination procedure.
Yes, I know.
You saw the big
Yes.
glove and the.
And then I also saw how to do them with horses and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Do you think doing this to animals is okay?
No, I actually don't agree with that, but
Yeah, so this is a standard practice in animal agriculture. Whether it is this or we keep the bulls separate and then we put them next to each other. Either way, we're taking away some freedom, right? Because even if the bull is separate, we're like, hey, we're not allowing you to stay with the bull until we say you have to, right? When the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you know why they do that?
no, for them not to hurt them.
Well, no, it's because if they stay with their mother, they would drink the milk because they have that instinct, you know, like they want to bond with their mother, they drink the milk. So farmers, in order to be able to get as much milk as they can, they separate the babies from the mother. If the baby is born male, they don't produce any milk. So what do you think happens to them?
They get killed.
Yeah, that's where veal comes from. And if the baby is born female, they stay separated from their mothers up until the age they become fertile. What age is that?
So the mothers, when they're impregnated,
Yeah, when is the first time that they're impregnated?
about 18 months.
18 months. So after 18 months, they get impregnated and then repeatedly every year impregnated. And the same thing as their mother, repeatedly impregnation, babies taken away, exploited
That's
for their
abuse.
milk. Yeah, that's abuse. And at some point, they kill them around the age of 6 or 8. Cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that age?
Because they can no longer reproduce.
Yeah, exactly, because they can't get them pregnant. Exactly, you're right, exactly right. So this what we just described is standard practice. I come from Romania. I saw it in my grandmother's backyard. My grandmother did the same thing to one single cow that she had. It just happens everywhere. That's the sad reality. And if you look here, yeah, this is a graph that we show people. This is the life that animals have, right? This is their lifespan, and this is how they're killed at. And they barely live, you know? That's the sheer reality. Don't you think this is abusive for us to do any of this? Because reality is we can eat anything else, right? We have choices. We don't need to wear their skin. We don't need to test products on them, and we don't need to, get products out of them. We can just use other sources today. In the past, maybe that wasn't the case, but today we definitely can use something else.
So, what are your thoughts? What do you think about the word veganism? And have you ever thought about maybe going vegan?
I'm a really picky eater, so I don't think I'm going to become vegan.
Yeah. What are you picky about?
Everything,
Yeah.
even meat.
And
But-
so, sorry, go ahead.
But if you ask yourself, like, where do your values lie? Is it because, right, what we're asking here is make a comparison, not between an animal and a human or anything, but make a comparison between a hamburger and an animal's life. Like, what would you say is more valuable to you? Is it an animal's life or is it a 10 minutes hamburger?
Yes, an animal's life.
Yeah, right. So even if we're picky, I would say, does that justify killing an animal because we're picky?
No.
No. Yeah. So this is kind of what we're trying to say because, sadly, we live in a world that's extremely disconnected from all of this. Like this practice that we just discussed is nobody mentions it. You turn on the TV when they mention a new brand of milk or something, they show a happy cow on a field and how they're taking care of their baby. So far from reality, obviously. So we are being fed this narrative that it's okay to do this to these animals. But do you think it's okay to do this? No.
No.
No. And do you think that we, as the ones making choices for them, do you think we have a responsibility?
Sorry, I didn't listen to the question.
Sure. So we, the people who are making choices that are putting animals in the situations, do you think we have a responsibility for them?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think a responsible person would act going forward? Like, knowing all of this, for example, what you heard about dairy products, if we want to be responsible for this and we're saying it's bad what happens to them, what should we do?
Maybe become vegan.
Exactly, right? So we're not, obviously this is a choice that you have to make on your own, right? We can't make you make any of these choices. We can't force you into any of this, but if you understand the perspective, if you understand all of this that happens to them, I mean, to me that's how I became vegan, because I understood all of it and it was the next logical move. Otherwise I would say, can I really be for animals or respect animals if I pay for them to be treated this way? What do you think? Can you at the same time say animals should be respected while you pay for them to be sexually impregnated, babies taken away from them and then killed?
Yeah.
It's difficult to be, right?
Yes.
That's the whole thing. It's a balance.
Choice to do when I'm older.
It's a choice to do when you're older. Can I
Yes.
ask why is it when you're older?
Because right now I can't really think about it. I don't know.
Let's go by this, because obviously we cannot force you into anything, but like, do you think that consuming animal products, knowing what we just found out now, do you think that it is wrong to do?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you think it's wrong, I can only give you resources, help you out going forward. I hope your parents support you if you don't want to be part of it, right? Like, that's the thing about it. It's I feel like
I think he would support you.
Yeah.
I think he would support any decision you make.
it depends on every person, right?
Yeah.
It's but personally, just like, you're young, and I'll tell you, I was young also, and what I learned throughout my life is one thing that I regret not learning earlier, and that is to be who I am, regardless of what others say, including my parents. And if I am a person who says doing this to animals is bad, then I don't care what my parents say, I don't care what my friends say. I'll be this person because that's who I am. I won't start paying for animals to be killed or exploited because others say that it's okay, So it's just how I feel. But you're young, you'll realize what you want to do. Can you just watch the most important speech lever here? It appears when you scan this QR code. I'll give you this card with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And until you watch that video, let's just make a little commitment for the sake of learning something new today.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay. And so can you promise me just watch that video?
Yes.
And until then, can you just be plant-based until you watch that video?
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What was your name again?
Daisy.
Daisy, thank you so much. And
You got this, Daisy.
you got this,
You're
yeah.
really kind, I can
Yeah.
tell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dad.
You also have the.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, it's my YouTube account, but this is yours.
Oh, go ahead. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but
That's
maybe
his
she wants
YouTube
to see
account.
herself.
So
yeah.
I'm the 40-year-old vegan. He's got it in his description in a post of this video that's coming on. So
Yeah.
Okay.
if you go take a look at his post, you can find my channel there.
Okay.
Thank you, Daisy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dad.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Hey guys, see some craziness going on in the chat. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, tell all your friends.
Maybe you should go into low power mode because it's at 68% now.
True. True. How long have we been? 35 minutes?
Isn't that chip? Yeah.
That is Chip. You guys trying it out? Don't be afraid. Yeah, how do I do that?
I got a little bit the feeling that she was just.
I don't know. I think she was thinking about it. She originally said, you know, she did talk about you guys coming in? No. She brought up that she doesn't think it's right?
If you pull down the thing.
Yeah.
No, not here. Oh, you don't have the battery thing. Okay. You can go to settings, but
But we'll be paused for a second.
we'll be paused for a second.
It's fine. I got a power bank too. Oh, but I'm plugged in.
Yeah, we'll be back in a second, everybody. Go.
We're back. Wow.
Young, she's a child. Wow, yeah, she's a child. That's exactly why we just
Yeah.
gave her resources and had a conversation with her.
Her dad and
On the
her
more
saw
than
the
that.
sign. Her dad
Yeah.
said it was okay that she could do the interview, guys.
We always get informed consent, FYI.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were just looking at the lifespan
sorry.
here, the lifespan chart, guys. I know it's not. YouTube still hasn't done the.
Do you guys agree with the sign?
You can see possibly here the lifespan of these animals, right? Isn't that crazy? So to think people talk about these animals living in these beautiful conditions, they aren't. We know that. But sometimes people just believe what they hear rather than doing the research, right? Like some of the people in the chat here.
Are there people who believe nonsense?
Winston Churchill said you wouldn't leave her alone. Yes,
Brother,
random account. We are definitely all vegan.
Did you not watch the same thing?
No, they like to
We wouldn't
complain,
leave her
right?
alone?
They like to complain.
I mean, I think that's just motivated reasoning.
I'm
You wanna
Canadian,
believe
bro.
that, yeah.
I'm Canadian. Chips, we're in Amsterdam. Democrats are not. I don't think. I don't believe in that shit anyway. They're all disgusting. Vegan or spiritually vegan? There's only one vegan. It's for ethics. Guys, hit that, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Or wait, they would all be subscribed, wouldn't they?
Well, they should.
If they
subscribe to
comment.
you. No.
Oh no, there's people who just watch. Sorry, I'm a newbie. I still have jet lag from yesterday. I'm wiped out today, so Chip's gonna probably be doing most of the conversation. But I did sleep last night.
Are you promoting veganism? Yes, we are. Veganism is the moral principle of rejecting animal exploitation. It means saying no to needless animal exploitation. Why would you ever say no? Why would you ever say yes to animal exploitation? Somebody called us an idiot. That's okay. You can choose to not like us, but the message is pretty solid, isn't it, David?
Yeah, hate the message. Shoot the messenger all you want, but the message is true. Yeah.
Veganism is authoritarian. Ah, brother, that's actually the
Where are
opposite.
the hookers?
Non-veganism is authoritarian. You know why? Because as a non-vegan, you are claiming authority over animals. You are forcing them into slaughterhouses, and you are essentially bringing them to life for your benefit, and you are killing them when you think you want to kill them. That's the definition of authority. Don't say we are
Chili's.
authoritarians. We are just sitting here trying to inform people and and speak for animals.
Chili's, I'm not sure what your question is. So I'm trying to get people to go vegan because I think we'll live in a much better world. And that might be a little bit selfish of me, but I think we'll live in a much better world when we do actualize veganism. I think in 100 years from now, people are going to look back and think we're absolute psychopaths, knowing what we do to animals, cutting out their testicles, their teeth, forcing them into gas chambers. Come on, it's so insane what we do to animals, and most people don't even know, which is even crazier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All
Come on,
right.
David, you handle this. Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Pretty good. Just got to Amsterdam today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got here yesterday, so I'm a bit wiped out. But
Are you from Portland?
I'm from Portland, Oregon.
That's a
you're
good place. Keep
you-
Portland weird.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. We're still weird.
American. Well, I'm Canadian.
You are.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
came all the way, and you're not. You're Romanian.
I'm Romanian, but I live here.
So we're all here just
Oh.
touring the place. So we're animal rights activists.
Oh, okay, great.
And so we're out here asking people to tell us what they think about veganism.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I mean, for one, veganism for me kind of comes more of as a natural thing because I have a lot of just things I'm allergic to and things I can't eat. So it's kind of a, an easy thing for me.
Are you
but
vegan?
I am.
See, guys, 3 seconds. That's all I needed. No. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, technically, okay, I'm not full on vegan. I'm pescatarian. I eat fish.
Oh, so
Yeah.
so you just discriminate against fish?
I guess so. My dad is a commercial fisherman in Alaska for many years, so we kind of grew up with fish in the family.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to veganism, I'm definitely, on board. I believe with all of the positive.
So you mentioned health, right? So
Yeah.
do you have a definition for veganism? Because I look at it as more on the ethical side of things.
Yeah, I would say it's ethical. I'd also say it's a lot more trustworthy. Specifically where I come from, there's a lot of health issues when it comes to what people are putting in the meat. A lot of these growth hormones, you hear about it every day. A lot of this laced artificial things that they're putting in, and we don't really know what effect that has on us right now. It could years later down the line. It could have affected me when I was young. Maybe I was supposed to be 6'5". I'm 6'2", but
You're a pretty tall guy.
I'm tall, but I could have. You never know. I could have been taller. But we just don't really know the side effects of a lot of these things, and it kind of freaks me out. I'll be honest. Just kind of hearing, especially because one of the things my dad told me with the fishing industry is when it comes to the fish that you eat. If you do eat fish, never ever eat Atlantic salmon or Atlantic fish or farmed fish. It's because of what they put in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a little bit about me. I'm a former slaughterhouse inspector.
Oh, wow.
I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency.
Okay.
And actually one of the roles I had was testing fish.
Wow.
So I would bring, unfortunately, these bodies or part of these bodies to a laboratory. And you can only imagine the fact that we were finding out what species they were, and also and the fact that we only tested a certain amount of the fish.
Yeah.
And that if the fish came back positive for any toxins or histamine, something like that, they would just be rejected and then go to a different country and potentially come in a different name and another border entry. And also too, the amount of diseases that they do have, like you mentioned with commercial fishing and stuff. And but I want to get to the point about why I'm vegan. And so so obviously working where I did kind of affected me. And there's a bit of a distinction, right? So veganism is when we're not viewing others as commodities or exploiting others.
Yeah.
And so the idea behind that is just not viewing animals in that regard.
No doubt.
Whether they're land or they're of sea, right? So you mentioned that you eat fish. Do you think it's necessary to eat fish?
I don't know if it's necessary. It's kind of something that's kind of just been always ingrained in me growing up. You become accustomed to the taste of
Sure,
it. You become
sure.
accustomed to.
Yeah.
It's almost like a family ritual thing. My
you're
dad
the son
has,
of a fisherman. right?
exactly. He passed down these recipes. He even
Yeah.
passed down a couple recipes before I came here about different ways with halibut. But I think that I don't think eating meat altogether is a necessity. I don't think that it's something that everybody has to do. I think that there are plenty of other ways for people to get protein. It's might not be this outright easy answer, but there's a lot of protein in different nuts. Some different vegetables have different types of
Sure,
proteins
sure.
in them.
So you would agree that we
yeah.
can live healthy, fine, on a
yeah.
fully plant-based
Absolutely.
diet.
Absolutely.
And so, when we talk about the fish and their experience, do you think they're feeling pain? Do you think, from their perspective, that they wouldn't want to be chucked out of the water to suffocate and have a?
Yeah, I would imagine. I couldn't imagine that would feel good.
Yeah.
It'd be painful, absolutely.
Yeah.
What is it? I watched that documentary that My Octopus Teacher came out, I think a couple years ago. I was a little bummed out. My dad's like, yeah, you know, we used to hook octopus all the time. I'm like, man, like octopuses are so cool. They're so smart.
They
Yeah.
have 9 brains.
Yeah, yeah. It's unfortunately they don't live very long, but you know, it's just another one of those things that, you know, I think just thinking about it, you're right, from like more of a moral, ethical standpoint.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
have their own subjective experience. You know, they
Yeah.
they want to live probably just, you know, they want to be left alone kind of thing. And
Exactly.
you know, humans are intervening on every way possible,
Yeah.
and including like things like ghost nets and really just sucking up the ocean, saying fuck you to the fish and
Yeah.
saying fuck you to all the other animals, right?
For sure.
So like, would it be something to consider now that you're thinking about it, possibly moving away from fish?
I don't know. I really like fish. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Maybe someday. Maybe
So-
someday if we get a really good fish alternative.
Yeah. So
Uh,
so even
yeah.
like we do have the alternatives. I can attest to that.
Yeah.
However, but like, would you say that like their experience of what they go through is far harder than maybe your inconvenience?
I can't speak on that. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not a fish.
Yeah.
But,
But what would you imagine? With them going through that experience, or are you just kind of looking for that fish alternative? What would be
I mean,
easier or harder?
I guess looking if I had the time to find a fish alternative,
Yeah.
I'd try and find a fish alternative. But
Do you think that
I
would
wouldn't
be-
give up
sorry.
fish. I don't think, just because, like I said, it's too much of a family thing.
So even though that they're experiencing that, they're having their faces ripped, and sometimes people are just playing around with it, right? Like
Yeah.
even if you were just doing it, let's say you needed to, but I don't believe you do. You know, that builds the idea, right, that we can use animals for whatever we want. You know, we
Yeah.
can play, we can use them as entertainment. We can test on them. We can wear them. You know,
Right.
these are the ideas that perpetuate, right? So
Yeah,
so you being a you know, especially somebody who's a son of a fisherman, right? I think for myself, like I'm an ex-slaughterhouse worker, so sometimes that gives a bigger voice in a sense, because it shows validation that you can make that change. You can be that trailblazer or leader in a sense where it shows other people that it's possible to move away from.
Totally.
Now you being, you know, you're a tall guy, big, you know, strong guy looks like. Well, you know, I think you could be that trailblazer, right? I think you can be that person to say, you know what, I love you, Pops, I love your family, but I just feel like I would just want to move away from that.
Yeah. I honestly don't know if I could do that. I respect somebody who could. Like I said, it's just.
Is it because
I
of
like
your
fish.
dad? Is
Huh?
it because of your dad, or is it
No, I
because
mean, I just like fish.
like the taste of it?
Like fish. Yeah, I've always liked fish.
Yeah.
But
Like I
do you
said.
think what do you think is more important, like in isolation, if you take it, the pleasure that you get from a 10-minute meal while you're eating a fish, or the whole existence of the fish? What do you think is more important?
I guess the whole existence of the fish.
Yeah, but you realize that your actions are saying the other thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, if it was something where I was finding constant fish alternatives all the time, maybe. I don't know if I'd like it though.
But
So,
how often do you eat the fish, the sea life?
how often do I eat it?
Yeah, probably not that often.
Well,
That
I'm
would-
from the
that would-
Pacific Northwest, so we have fish quite often.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal over there, especially on the Oregon coast.
But
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not every day,
No,
and it's probably maybe a couple times a week or something like that.
sure. I mean, I do respect what you guys are doing. I do. I definitely align with it. It's not really gonna change me. Change my mind on eating
Like-
fish.
I understand what you're saying, and I
Yeah.
like it's okay to like say that, but like sometimes, you know, like just saying that makes us feel better about saying it rather than actually actioning it,
I
right? You
mean,
know,
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's not gonna stop me from eating fish.
yeah.
What
I respect what you guys are
What
doing.
would? What would?
I don't know. I don't
You don't
know.
know?
But I'm actually gonna get out of here because I have to go back to my
That's okay,
hostel
you
because
can-
I just flew in, so
Yeah,
I'm a
That's
bit
okay, you can
tired.
just leave
yeah,
So
yeah.
Can we
But
just
yeah.
do this one thing?
Yeah.
So-
I'll give you a card.
I'll give you this card. Can you watch Dominion? Can you promise me
Dominion.
you watch Dominion? Yeah, it also shows the fishing industry there.
Yeah,
Okay,
and there's
cool.
there's a
Yeah.
documentary called Seaspiracy as well.
Cool.
Maybe
yeah.
it'll
I've
trigger
seen
little
Food
things,
Inc.
right?
So if you've seen Food Inc.
Seaspiracy
yeah.
is the one, I think.
Conspiracy
Yeah.
might be the one for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And until
Yeah.
you watch that, can you just like be plant-based until you watch it?
Sure, man. Whatever you say. I'll
I appreciate that.
yeah,
Okay, I
absolutely.
appreciate
Yeah,
the
yeah.
benefit
Thank you for
of
your
it.
guys'
Have a
time.
good one.
Cheers. Yeah, I mean,
I regret the fact that I high-fived him when he said he's vegan.
well, no, I mean, it's like it is what it is, right? And I don't think whether you high five them or not, it's going to make that much of a difference. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one, right? He grew up in the whole family, and he himself can't justify the reason, but sometimes it takes a little bit, right? Like a lot of people don't go vegan overnight. I mean, Chip, I just did an interview with him and he was talking about how he was listening to debates and sort of he had to go through the debates and eventually maybe he found that way. And now maybe this guy was going to go eat fish tonight. Maybe the next time he looks at a fish, he thinks, shit, man, like, because oftentimes people aren't confronted with these things, right? Sometimes they don't know, or sometimes they're not thinking about these things. Life is busy, right? So sometimes it's good when they really got to think about it themselves. I push back a little bit, and hopefully maybe that'll get them to do something. Yeah, fish is poor fish. I mean, like. Oh, we're covering the museum sign, so we're gonna have to move this a little bit. This stream, yeah.
You need to move a little bit back in that direction.
All right, I moved it.
Come on, man.
Gonna mess with Chip's territory, you know. So, how far?
That's perfect.
This is good. All right. Why do you support non-vegan companies? Well, we live in a non-vegan world. I don't know why people have to go to the grocery store. Like, why wouldn't we support non-vegan companies? I mean, it's supply and demand at the end of the day. If there are more plant-based options, maybe they get more plant-based options after that. How's the stream going, guys? Is everything looking okay? I noticed it's a little shaky. Good. Okay. Good catch is a fish alternative. I remember when I opened up the vegan can of tuna, and holy crap, the smell I couldn't do it. I threw it out. I couldn't do it. It was just awful. So yeah. As if you guys think that saying gay is gonna deter me, I have gay friends. So what? What's wrong with being gay, guys?
Yeah, being gay is beautiful.
What's-
Be gay and be beautiful.
Yeah. Maybe gay is better. Who knows, right? It might be. For some people, it is. You know? Oh, Andy Thompson, do you know what's in that bacon, though? Parasites and skin diseases. Sometimes there's like little pieces of the anus inside those bacon body parts that you're eating. Gas chambers, you're eating gas from the gas chamber, colorectal cancer, prostate cancer, all these things, you know. And you think about the oh, it's so gross.
I mean, you can be healthy eating meat, but you shouldn't do it because they're sentient beings.
I don't think you can be healthy eating meat. I can't prove it, but I just don't think you can. I can't prove it 100%. Yeah, why would you eat any bugs or critters or anything? Like, why? Yeah, but is taste more important than a life? Have you been around a pig? Have you been to a sanctuary? Ezra, come on. Leave the baby pigs alone. They're cute. Go hang out with them. You don't have to be an
People are
animal abuser,
homophobes,
right?
huh? There's a lot of people who are homophobes in there. Why are you
I
guys
agree
so
with you,
afraid of being
Jake.
gay? There's nothing wrong with being gay. I personally am not. Neither is David, but
Who cares?
even if we were, who cares? Yeah.
like,
Hell,
it's-
why would you care?
I mean, like, is it an insult?
How dare you
Happy-
have sex not how I deem you as you should have sex? How dare you have sex in an unconventional way? The way my God said, missionary or no other way.
Some weak arguments here, guys. Come on, give me something new that I haven't heard before.
Ridiculous.
Amazing. Oh, people. It's okay, man. I mean, people are triggered. They're coping right now, coping in the chat, which happens sometimes. Oh, I thought we had one.
No.
So, guys, I'm in Amsterdam with this lovely specimen. No, it's not gay. Just because I'm touching him, don't be offended, guys. It's okay. Lovely specimen here. That Chip guy. If you don't know who he is, go to his channel, subscribe. He's taking me in. We're gonna go to camp out together. incredible activist, does so much of the street outreach. It's really inspiring, really amazing, guys. Draco, maybe someday, maybe it'll happen. Who knows?
So what, Draco? So what if we were gay? Are you jealous? Are
Is
you
it
in
wrong
the closet?
Is it wrong for predators to eat meat? Chip, is it wrong for predators to eat meat?
Yes, but they don't have alternatives. They don't know any better.
And they're not eating meat; they're eating a being, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about what you put. It's not about what you put in your mouth. It's about the exploitation of sentient beings.
Yes, useless super coach, attention seeker. Exactly. We're trying to seek attention. Yes, Nilf, how are you? My guy, I'm gonna have to come down and do this with you. We'll go in the streets, Brian. We'll go in the streets.
Oh, look at that! Ribop is it triggered? Is it because
Is Rotterdam better than Amsterdam?
No.
Oh, there's
Amsterdam is the best place in the universe.
it is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's busy exercising. The vegan plant. Well, I'm gonna go next year too, so we'll hang out.
Listen, Mr. the Man. It's not about what you eat. We don't care. If you find a dead animal and you want to eat their corpse, if you find a dead human and you want to eat their corpse, far be it from us to judge you. It's about the exploitation. We're anti-exploitation. It's about slavery. We're against slavery. So that's all it is. How can you be against exploitation or slavery when you pay for slavery and exploitation? You can't really be, right? When you make a choice to pay for exploitation and slavery,
There's no hair.
you can't.
Don't need the haircut.
same.
We're gonna make buffalo vegan. By the way, Brian, Nilf, I'm coming down, bro. We're gonna make buffalo vegan.
We're just
asking
some questions about animals.
Oh, I'm saying that too loud. Why are you asking? Just come in. Jimmy. Colorectal cancer, bro. Look up porcine epidemic diarrhea, and you can see that your pigs that you ate, those innocent pigs, the babies, went into gas chambers, and then you can see that they're covered in filth. You know, they're covered in their shit.
History. You pay for slavery right now. If you pay for an animal product, you pay for animal slavery.
Why do I need a Glock 19? No, Will.
Want to try a social experiment?
No, eating animals. That's weird. Eating animals is weird. Oh, no. You're not innocent, Buckeye. Buckeye for life.
Do you think we should move?
For saying that, Ohio's never going to win again.
Okay, let's give it 5 more minutes. If not, let's move because there's not a lot of people. More on that outside.
You're eating babies. Risha? I don't know how to say the name. Rish.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy who was homophobe, yeah.
Yeah.
The person who's in the closet.
Oh, the guy who's a homo
Rashab is in the closet.
is eating babies, 42-day-old babies, disabled chickens. That's what you're eating. That had bugs crawling all over them, that have parasites, that have pathogens like E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter, maybe Listeria, maybe even avian influenza.
But either way, they're individuals. You know?
And they're individual, and you're killing a baby and you're eating them. Maybe I shouldn't say that too loud, right? We want to get people in here. Bare minimum you can do, guys, is live vegan. If you have not seen the documentary Dominion, I highly recommend you go watch it. Dominion, the movie on YouTube. Also, if you want to subscribe to my Instagram account or go in the description here, you will find the 3-minute movie challenge. Go check that out. Wonderful resources. There's also Challenge 22 for those of you who are like, I don't know what to do. I want to be vegan, but I'm not sure how to do it. Challenge22.com has plant-based dietitians, guys, free dietitians. They'll give you all the support you need. They'll give you all meal plans. They'll give you answers to all the questions you have. Very simple, very easy to be plant-based and vegan in this world.
Still looking at the time. 3 more minutes and then we
How is this? Whoa, Seer, how is this a Western world problem? That doesn't make any sense. Have an argument. What is the argument? No, I didn't slice cows' necks. I actually inspected it, unfortunately. So I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian government. My role was so-called welfare inspector, so I would go in and inspect these places. It was terrible. It was awful. The things you see, the things that humans do to animals, seeing what happens. You know, there's some farmers that will whistle blow, and some of those cases would come onto my desk, and I would have to review. And some of the things I saw, I can't unsee. Really awful things. Yes, I'm Canadian. It does make sense. Although I'm in Amsterdam. Oh shit, Benji. Benji said to make him a mod. How do I do that again?
I don't think you can from there. Huh? Can you? Where? Wait. Benji.
Oh, there it is.
Add as moderator.
All right, Ben. Standard. Keep some of them around, Ben. Just because
silence people.
I don't want. I want more engagement in the chat, but obviously, if it's too, I trust your judgment. Yeah, KFC. Good question. Cool Donovan. So, you know the crunchy taste of those innocent babies that you're eating? That crunch on the skin? It's called dermatitis. Go look up dermatitis and go look up KFC recalls, you know? So go look up those recalls and you can see that the poor birds that were that are genetic freak shows that you're eating like are full of antibiotics and drugs and chemicals and pathogens. Yeah, look up dermatitis. So that crunch you get, right? And then also, if it can't get any worse, you know, like I don't know if you guys remember when you used to eat chicken or whatever, the crunch, the little balls, like you would bite into, you would think it was just fat. No, those are like little cancer balls. So you're also eating cancer. So interesting, right?
David.
Yes. All right.
What's your name?
Lami.
Lame. How old are you?
Lami.
I am 19.
19. Okay. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Hi.
Well, thanks for just throwing me in the fire. So we're animal rights activists. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So we're here defending animals' rights to not be exploited or commodified. What do you think about that?
I think it's a good fight,
Yeah.
and we can't don't try save us.
Don't try to save us.
Yes.
So, I'm not following.
Do you think we should exploit animals?
No. Animals go animal need a free.
They need free. Yeah.
Yes, need a
To
free.
be free, so you think they should be left alone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Left alone and way to live free.
Yeah. And so do you extend that to all animals? Every animal?
I think every animal need a free
Yeah.
and yes.
So do you and no judgment here because I used to do it most of my life, but do you eat animals?
Yes, I eat.
Yeah. And so do you see a little bit of a contradiction there?
No, I don't see that.
No. And why is that?
Do you think that the animals you eat are free?
No, it's
Do they deserve to be free?
no, it's not free. It's in concentration.
Concentration camps?
Yes,
Yeah.
but I think the animals need a free. But you can comment on dit élever? Mettez-vous d'accord. Okay. You can graze.
You speak French?
Yes.
No, not really. No, I should probably know a little bit. So you think the way they're raised, they could be treated in a better way? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Yes, I say.
Wouldn't you say the best way is to not put them into those concentration camps?
No, I didn't. I didn't know.
Yeah. So I guess the idea, because it seems like there might be a language barrier. Do you think you have to eat animals to live?
Yes, I can't. Yes, I can alternate and vegetable and the meat.
So what about not eating animals?
It's so complicated because
Why is it complicated? You seem
Because-
like a bright guy. You went to Northern. You go to North Carolina?
No.
No. You seem smart guy, and you can speak almost 2 languages. You're getting there. So what would take it for you to say? You mentioned that you're against exploitation and you're against animals being hurt. Why not extend that to all animals?
Yes, it's great, but I need a meat for to make a sport because I'm a big sportive.
Yeah.
And I need a protein.
So you don't know of any plant-based athletes?
No.
Have you heard of Novak Djokovic?
Yes, Yes.
Number one of the best players of all time, if not the best player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You know he doesn't eat animals.
I don't know.
Yeah. So if we were able to provide you some resources, say the diet wasn't an issue, okay, for you,
Yes.
then would you consider, hey, maybe I shouldn't be part of exploiting animals anymore?
Yes, I can. I can't. Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible.
It is possible.
Yeah.
So we agree there. It's possible we can move away from eating animals, and it's just simply viewing it from their perspective, right? Can you imagine what it's like to be a farmed animal and what
Yes.
they go through?
Yes.
Like I'll show you here, for example. So when we pay for this to happen, this is what we're putting the animals through, right?
Yes.
And you agree they shouldn't be exploited.
No.
And you mentioned that
Ready for it? Okay, it's a bit graphic.
it's graphic, right? This is every day. This is normal. This is what takes place every single day. And if you don't have to do that, right?
Yes.
And the reason I'm showing you that is because I want to make sure that you understand how important it is. This is someone's life we're talking about,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So when we give you the information, like Chip's going to give you right now, I want you to promise that you will look into it.
Okay.
Because it's so important, right? And we have en français, we have
it appears
everything
in
as well.
French
As well.
Okay.
So you can go there and you can align your heart with the way you felt when you came in, and say, no, I don't want to exploit animals. I don't want to do that to them, right? So what do you think? Is that something you can do?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
We have all the resources required there, but can we just ask you one thing? Watch the minion. It appears if you scan this QR code. Can you promise us you'll do that?
Yes, I can.
And let's do this. Until you watch it, don't consume any animal products.
Okay.
Just to be sure that,
Okay.
because you'll see that you might not want to anymore. So just watch that, see how you feel. We're not pushing you into anything, but really connect with how you feel.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be part of it, you have everything there to help
Okay.
you out. Okay.
I will try.
Okay. I appreciate you, man.
And what's your name?
Mami,
David.
Devin.
Yeah, this is my channel's the 40-year-old vegan. If you go to his YouTube, you'll see he did the post.
Okay.
In the post in the community,
My last post.
his last post, you'll see my channel there, and you can watch back.
Okay. See you
Okay,
soon.
great, thank you. Well, we'll see. At the end, he said he will try, but maybe that could be.
How do you not speak French? I thought you're Canadian.
Bro, it was forced. Au revoir. Yeah.
Voulez-vous
It was
coucher
forced.
avec moi ce soir?
This guy. There's some people just so crazy in here. See, this guy's. Look at what you did, Chad. Look at what you did. You made Chip go loony. So, guys, smash that like, hit subscribe, tell all your friends, and the trolls, appreciate you being here because it's pushing the algorithm. It's pushing this up higher. You're actually speaking for the animals by doing that, in a sense, you animal abusers. Hey, Axel, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. Yes, getting all the views today. That's right. Very lucky, very lucky. I think it's part and partial with this guy here. He's got great signs too. It looks very, very nice on the screen. Oh, we have some guys coming in. You're doing this one.
Okay.
I did the last two.
You
Yeah.
guys want to try it?
Well, we have a school assignment do an interview.
Perfect. School assignment right now. Let's go.
Let's see what we have.
All right, guys. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we'll see.
School assignment.
No, you're awesome, Thomas. We're all awesome. What the? Why are you asking me about my poops, bro?
We can do both if you want.
Okay. So
All right.
You want to do both?
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
so
if
I'll
you
do
wanna
it.
come
Wait. I'll
this
go
way.
do an interview on his channel for you, and then you come and do the interview for us. You do
yeah,
that?
yeah, sure,
Okay,
sure,
let's do
sure.
that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Tell me.
Okay. So what do you stand for? What is it that you do?
We right now stand for animals.
Animals.
Yeah.
And particularly just animals or pets?
Animals, all animals. We stand for all
And
animals.
what's your stance on animals?
We think animals deserve rights. Do you think they deserve rights?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. And what don't you think that animals already have rights in our country or?
In the Netherlands?
Yeah.
No.
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 And
not
why
at
is
all.
that? Why is that?
Well, because we selectively breed them, we sexually exploit them, we treat them like objects, we take their babies away, we kill them, and we kill their babies.
Do you have an example of that?
Yeah, sure, dairy cows.
Dairy cows. Okay, I think that's a good example.
Yeah.
And what do you suggest we do?
No longer produce dairy.
And how will we produce dairy? For
We
the
no
people
longer
that-
produce it. Or we can do
And what's all-
we can use precision fermentation. That's when bacteria is put into water, they eat the sugar, and they produce casein and whey.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Ik denk dat dit een minuutje is. Top.
Nice. So now tell me, how do you feel about this animal exploitation, like dairy cows and such? You guys can chip in if you want.
I don't fully agree.
With what?
I think
Wanna
that
take a picture?
that indeed.
it was
I think indeed that animals should have rights,
Yeah.
but to an extent, I don't see animals as equal to humans.
What rights do you want to give the animals?
I would say I would want to make farming, especially doing with animals, more humane, but I wouldn't be against the idea of having animals be used for dairy products.
So what
or
rights
eggs,
would that
meat.
mean?
So that would mean, let's say, with the dairy cows that you just mentioned, you have these big farms, you know, where they're all locked up in small spaces. I would say give them more space.
Space, of course.
Yeah, of course, space. But you have farms. There's examples in the Netherlands that they can go.
So
into the
animals need
barn.
space?
Yeah.
What else do animals need?
Well, they need to be able to have the choice to be milked because there's farms in the Netherlands where they can go into the barn and they can be milked freely by a machine. So they can.
Should they have the choice whether they should be impregnated or not?
No.
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 No. So we should be allowed to sexually exploit them, right? To take advantage of their reproductive organs.
Well,
But-
I think that's a big word to use. I
Wait a
mean,
minute. If
it's
we
still a
if we
business.
forcefully inseminated a woman, what would you call it? Wouldn't you not call it
I would
rape?
call it rape.
Yeah.
But
So
we are
if we do it to
sentient
an
beings.
animal, animals are also sentient. What do you mean?
No, that's a philosophical discussion. I think. I don't believe that animals are fully sentient like we are.
They are fully sentient like we are. They're just not as intelligent as we are, but they are fully sentient like we are. They have emotions.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
It's okay if you don't believe it. Like you can believe whatever you want, but we have science behind it. It's not like this isn't an opinion of mine. This is scientific evidence based.
I mean,
statement.
I can't agree with you because I don't know the research you're exactly
Sure.
talking about. But
But
I
let's
do
imagine
get the point.
if cows were sentient, right? Would you think that then impregnating them is wrong?
I think it would make it more wrong, but I wouldn't be fully against the idea.
But you're against the idea of impregnating women, right?
Yes.
Why
yes.
is it one wrong but the other okay?
I see what you mean. That it's morally wrong,
Yeah.
but you still have a business to run. And a
Should we
population to feed.
should we sustain businesses that do immoral actions, like
don't- I
slavery?
still
Right,
don't-
was a business that
Okay,
we
but
could get
that's
one.
like that's a whole that you're making it a bit. You know, you're going
It's
too
just
far
a-
with the point.
It's just another injustice that we commit, right? Slavery was just another injustice that we made a business out of.
But I don't.
there
see
are
the
other
correlation
injustices.
to animals being impregnated and slavery.
Take for instance,
I
are
think
you
that's
okay
a
with
big
pimping?
difference.
Are you okay with pimping?
No, I'm
Well-
not okay with pimping.
But that's somebody who makes money out of it, right?
I
And they
feel
make
like
money
you're-
out of it by taking advantage of a woman,
Yeah,
correct?
but I
That's
feel
why
like
it's
you're
wrong.
using a straw man.
No, let me explain. Let me explain.
suggest
It's not a
your
straw man. Let
argument.
me explain exactly what I mean. So, a pimp is wrong because they're taking advantage of a woman, correct?
Yeah,
There's no other reason why it's wrong, right?
yeah.
So, if a farmer takes advantage of an animal, why is that not wrong?
Well, because again, in my opinion, animals are not as sentient or intelligent as human beings, and we need animals to sustain life.
Okay,
for
let's
the
imagine
most
that
part.
we find a human being who has the sentience and intelligence level of an animal. There are cognitively impaired human beings who actually suffer from conditions like that. Would you be okay with a farmer doing, somebody doing to them what we do to animals?
How do you want to farm a human?
The same way we farm an animal.
I don't believe that this is a correct correlation.
Why not?
No, I don't. I just don't agree with it.
Why don't you agree
I
with
think it has a weak connection
What is a weak connection?
between animals and severely impaired humans. I don't think that that correlation really exists.
Describe to me the difference.
Well, animals are animals.
Humans
you know,
are also animals.
But we are sentient. Like
So are animals.
René Descartes, he used the argument, we think so we are. And animals cannot do that.
Okay,
And
that human being
that-
also cannot do that. And animals do think, by the way. They do. Just because you
I
don't know
I
what
don't-
they
I
think or
don't-
how they
I
think,
don't
but they do
believe
think.
that a big part of the animals don't think.
Have you ever had a dog?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen them dream?
no.
You have not seen dogs dream? They do dream.
No, I
I
just
mean, if
that-
you've had a dog, you have noticed that they sometimes they run in their sleep because they dream. Dogs dream.
Yeah, it's like a process of reliving the day, I guess.
Yeah, so they have thoughts,
But
obviously.
they have brain function, but it doesn't mean necessarily that they're conscious of their existence.
They are conscious, yeah.
But that's something that I can't get behind because I don't know
They
the
don't have
science
meta
behind it.
conscious if that's what you're asking. But there's plenty of human beings on this planet who don't have meta conscious. There's plenty of human beings on this planet who are living on a constant state of I'm doing this, I'm getting this, I'm doing this. They're not thinking about their existence. So in an essence, you could say that these human beings do not have any form of meta-existence knowledge. They just have the knowledge that they just know that they want to live their life. They just know that they want to be happy, much like an animal does, the same thing. Like, I don't see why, like you believe in evolution, I suppose, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so if you believe in evolution, you understand that we all evolved at the same time. We all developed brains. Why would you think that we as humans are that much more different than any other animal on this planet? After all, it's just intelligence.
Yeah, but it comes back to the same point I was making the entire time. I don't believe that animals are conscious about their existence, and we are. But I do believe that animal rights should be expanded upon.
Are
but not-
babies conscious of their existence?
I don't know how to answer that. Maybe. I don't know.
They're not.
I don't know.
They're just like an animal. An animal has the cognitive abilities of a 4-year-old.
Would you say then that that we should be able to kill babies if?
No, because I'm
animals don't have
against
rights?
killing any of them. I'm against exploiting any of them. But you should be for the killing of babies because, for the same reason, because they're not as cognitively advanced as you are, right?
I think we're going in a circle because I don't think I'm gonna convince you that my point is valid, and you're not gonna convince me my point is valid.
But there's no convincing here. You are paying for needless animal exploitation. You realize that, right?
Yeah,
That's a factual statement. That's not a my opinion, your opinion.
but I just don't agree with the point that you're making about animals being worth as much as humans.
I
or
never
being
said that. I just said,
cognitively-
listen, you are not worth as much to me as David right here is. You
Of
to
course.
me, let me put it this way. If you right now, a car hits you accidentally, I hope that doesn't happen, by the way. I just want to be clear
Yeah,
on the
I-
example. It doesn't hit me that bad, right? I just talk to you and I'm like, holy shit, life is weird. But it doesn't really you don't really matter to me. Just like I don't really matter to you. That's the reality.
exactly.
But I would never choose to do anything bad to you because I acknowledge one thing about you, and that is that your existence matters to you. And David's existence matters to him, and an animal's existence matters to them. To them, it's everything. To me, it's everything. To you, it's everything. It's the same thing. That's the reason why it's wrong to harm a human being. Not because that human being has some form of value to you or to anybody, but because that human being has value on their own, has intrinsic value. It's the same for animal. It's the same reason why it's wrong to harm an animal, because they have intrinsic value. They don't want that to happen to them. And you don't need to do it.
I just don't think. I mean, in nature, it's the same thing. Animals die. We just industrialized upon.
There's
the
necessity
process.
there.
But
there's no necessity
there's
here.
also necessity here.
There's no necessity
Because,
here.
for example, only eating soy
I never said only eat soy.
Yeah,
did
but
I? Did I?
just an example. To be
That's a
made.
straw man.
Just an example. to
But
be
that's a
made.
straw man example, right?
I don't think that's a straw man.
Well,
because,
you're just
one of
taking,
the-
you're
one of the-
misrepresenting the argument. I never said only eat soy. That's
No, that's
essentially
not
a
what
straw
I
man.
tried to say with it. I tried to say more like an example of something to.
So eating,
replace
do you think you can be healthy while eating a plant-based diet?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Well, I'm a certified nutritionist. We have empirical evidence that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. The largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet confirm that we can be healthy on a plant-based diet. So we 100% surely can be healthy on a plant-based diet. If you, unless you have a special condition, and even under, I have met absolutely nobody with any form of special condition that cannot be on a plant-based diet. But only people who have, what do you call it, when they have a mental issue with food.
Oh, there's some eating disorders.
Eating disorders. Only with eating disorders, that's a difficult thing to change any food habit because you're having an eating disorder. But otherwise, everybody I've met so far, everything within my knowledge says that you can adopt a plant-based diet. To some it's easier, to some it's more difficult, but you can definitely be healthier regardless of your condition.
I mean, perhaps you can survive. And
No,
maybe
be healthy, I mean.
be
Thrive.
Be healthy,
Thrive.
Thrive if you want
If
to
you
call
want,
it.
if you want to thrive, you can thrive.
Yeah.
If you want to eat
But
potato chips all
I'll-
day, you can do that as
I'll,
well.
I'll just
right?
stick to meat and dairy.
So you acknowledge that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet, right?
No, I
No?
don't acknowledge that.
So you don't. So you're rejecting two parts of science
No,
right now:
I'm-
that
I'm
animals
not
are
ag- I'm not
sentient,
rejecting it, I'm
and that
just
we
saying I
can
don't
thrive
know-
on a plant-based
I don't know
diet.
anything about it.
Okay, so if you were to find out that animals are sentient and that you can thrive on a plant-based diet, right? Hypothetically speaking, because to you right now it would be a hypothetical, not a real case scenario, okay?
Yeah.
So if hypothetically you were to find out that these things are true, would you say that then consuming animal products is wrong?
Probably not,
Why?
because I like meat.
So do you think that the me liking something makes the exploitation that is not needed okay?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So if I like, let me put it this way, if I like sex, that means I can exploit other individuals because I like
No,
it.
I don't think that reasoning is correct.
You
I just
say
don't
because
see
I
it.
like it,
No,
it
but
makes the exploitation okay.
think
I
it's
asked
just-
you.
It's just
I asked
so
you to confirm.
far-fetched. It's so far-fetched.
It's not, though.
I just
It's
can't
not.
agree with it.
But how is it far-fetched?
It is.
But
it is.
explain why it's far-fetched.
Well,
Yeah.
because you're talking about animals as if they were equal to humans
No,
in every
we're not
aspect.
at
Their
all.
experience is
agree
equal.
with it.
Dude, their experience is equal. Your experience to you means everything. Your experience of you getting raped is the same as the experience of an animal getting raped. They still feel the same way. You realize that, right?
No, I do really like talking to you. I think it was a fun discussion, but I'm gonna end it here. I think.
I mean, you have the freedom to leave. That's the whole thing you should realize.
No, I just
but when
like-
you
I
make
like-
these
I like
choices,
this.
animals no longer have freedom. They get put in a place where, regardless if they have space or not, they're still, it's a small or a big cage,
And
but
you-
it is a cage.
And you also
they
mentioned,
don't get to
but you
leave.
did just mention though, to like, if those concerns were taken care of as far as sentience, as far as the food thing, you said it didn't matter to you, right?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
My thing is like, why is that your angle coming in, defending that rather than just being open-minded towards maybe
Yeah.
changing, right?
But I
Because we
wouldn't
can all
change.
change, right?
I can acknowledge it, but I'm
Right,
not gonna change.
but you're agreeing that your convenience or your pleasure that you're getting out of this matters far more than anything else,
To me,
right?
it does.
For you it does, but
For
this
me,
is
it
the
does.
the
Even
analogy.
more,
This
there's
is the
hundreds and thousands
analogies.
of animals that you're going to be exploiting and killing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I just don't believe they're on the same. I think it should be more humane.
But it's the same
Never said
mindset,
that that's the
though,
same.
right?
Wait, let's agree. Would you kill dogs and eat dogs?
If I have to, I would.
No, in the same scenario where you don't have to, where you don't need to.
That's a bit of a weird question.
Why is it a weird
It's a
question?
bit of
Do
a
you think
weird-
what is the difference between a dog and a pig that justifies the difference in treatment?
Well, we use dogs for other reasons than we do
But
pigs.
we deemed that reason. We said we use dogs for this reason. We can easily say let's use dogs for this other reason.
Some other people eat dogs.
Yeah,
as
there's
well.
people who do that. There's people who eat who eat dogs easily.
I'm just gonna end it there because I don't feel like it anymore. But good conversation. I liked it.
I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I wish I could say the same. It just feels to me like you're dodging every single argument. And whenever you get to a point where you might be
Come on.
wrong, you realize and you say, I'm gonna end it because I like the taste of
Yeah.
flesh, you know?
Just
Maybe learn at least, can you at least educate yourself about the fact that animals are sentient and that you don't need to consume animal products? Can you at least do that?
I'll try.
Okay.
Human supremacy at its finest, guys.
It's
You witnessed it
insane.
right there, right?
How would you not know that animals are sentient?
Well, I mean, like, but
I-
you brought,
even when I wasn't vegan, I
but
knew that
you
they were not
addressed his
sentient.
concerns. You addressed his concerns.
Every single concern.
And then it came back to I'm not going to change anyway, or I don't care. What my pleasure is more important, right?
Dogs. I mean, come on, let's
Yeah.
face it. We said dogs are for this, therefore they are for this. We said pigs are for this, therefore they are for this. Oh, we also said black people are for this, therefore they're for this, right? Oh, it's far-fetched. It's so different.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't handle arguments.
Well, it's true. I mean,
I'm
like
sorry.
at the end of the day, it just comes down
You
to
become
people.
crazy after a while.
Well, it comes down to human supremacy. It always boils down to that, or their ego, or their convenience. And it's like we're talking about a life here, bro.
Social experiment?
Yeah, he is tweaking. Twerking or tweaking?
4 minutes. We can do it in 4 minutes.
All right.
Okay. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sure.
You wanna come here? What's your name?
Andrew,
Andrew, I'm Chip. Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. I'm gonna talk fast so that I respect your time. How do you feel about abusing animals?
Not good.
What do you think abusing animals is? Well, how would you define abuse?
Mistreatment.
Mistreatment. Physical and emotional harm, is that a good enough definition? Or mistreatment, you said?
Sure.
Sure. Would you say killing an animal is mistreatment?
Well, naturally.
Naturally. Okay. Do you think when we're farming animals, are we killing them also?
Yes.
Are we mistreating them?
No.
No?
Well, many cases, no.
Many
Not all
cases.
cases.
But you just said killing an animal is mistreatment.
Well, yeah, but that
Farming
was in-
animals
that
implies
was in general.
killing.
Raised to be slaughtered.
So if somebody is raised to be slaughtered, then that's not mistreating them.
Well, somebody or an animal?
Do you think an animal is a thing or about somebody?
Well, do you think an animal is a person or an animal?
I think an animal is an individual. Do you think an animal has a personality?
Some animals, yes. Some animals, no.
Which animals don't have personalities?
Well, I think lower level protozoa don't have personalities.
Sure, but the sentient animals do have personalities, right?
Some do.
Right, like cows, chickens, and pigs, they have personalities.
I'm not sure.
Well,
I don't know. I don't
We
know
have
if
science
chickens
behind that. That's okay. We don't have to debate that.
Oh,
Where there's
okay.
empirical evidence that they have a personality, that they have a willingness to live, that they don't want to die, they don't want to be exploited. Do you think exploiting these animals is fair?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
What makes the exploitation of these animals fair? But if we replace these animals with dogs, I would assume you would find it unfair.
Culturally, we don't eat dogs, but culturally, we do eat farm animals.
So do you think culture should dictate what's fair and not fair?
Most things that are deemed fair and unfair are, I think, driven by culture.
So there's a culture on this planet where they do female genital mutilation. They essentially cut off the clitoris of women. Is that fair?
Well, that's not fair, but those are people.
But it's
they're not
cultural.
animals.
But it's cultural.
Well,
So
that's
then
true.
so then you just proved my point that culture does not deem what is fair or unfair, correct?
Oh, I'm not sure I proved the point.
Good, you just did.
No,
I found one
no.
single example that is cultural and unfair according to
I think
you.
I've finished.
Right?
Thanks.
So culture does not deem fairness, and yet you do this thing to animals. Listen, you don't have to be defensive. You can just admit you're wrong, no longer exploit animals, and change.
Well, that's what happens,
4
guys.
minutes.
When you don't have any reason, you just walk away. That's it. What are you saying there? Sorry, I didn't see that, Axel. You want us to go shirtless? That's gonna cost. You're gonna have to donate to Chip some big bucks for that. Plus, I gotta get in shape, so ain't nobody want to see that.
You guys want to try a social experiment?
Abstract Rawlat? No, I don't. Like, what are you talking about? How is slaughtering someone who wants to live not mistreatment? Please explain. Or get yeeted by Benji. How do you like that?
Benji liked that last. Did you like Benji the last one?
Ben, I know. Ben
That
was
was-
like, yes, get him,
I just
Chip.
proved the contradictions in his view in under 4 minutes. It's so easy. It's so fast.
Hey, Toronto cow save. Mad respect.
All
mad
gay men go
respect.
home. What's the problem with gay men? Can't gay men be on the
Packing
street?
feces is
Why are
wrong.
you a homophobe, man? Let gay men be on the street. Being gay is beautiful. We're not gay, but it's beautiful to be gay. So stop being hateful, bigoted.
Oh, wow. That's some interesting comments here. So I'm just taking it in. I'm not used to the speed of the comments either, guys. Hey, if you haven't hit like, if you haven't hit subscribe, if you haven't shared with your friends, then I don't know what you're doing. Put down the potato chips, the popcorn,
Yeah.
And do that, guys. And let's elevate this. And also, go subscribe to my friend Chip. He's the man. He's the guy. He gets out here all the time, busts his butt off, and has these difficult conversations all the time. And, you know, it's not easy sometimes, but it's always great to have the support.
You guys want to try a social experiment?
Yes.
I have a
Go
lot of
subscribe to
I have a
Vegan
lot
Stoner
of
Lady.
energy. Wait, yeah, Vegan
Because you're
Stoner
on my
Lady.
channel. This is how it works, right?
Yeah, yeah. You see the battery is lasting so much longer if you put it.
It really is. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna
Gay vegan swallow.
we're
Yes,
gonna-
because there's consent, man. If there's consent, you can do it.
Father
I
Time
don't know if you understand the
57.
principle of consent. Do you think animals consent to being killed? Do you think animals consent? to
Brandon,
being
I've been
raped?
vegan.
Also, that
vegan-
you can get milk from them. Do you think they consent from you killing their babies, taking their babies away from them?
It's disgusting. You're not a baby cow.
Shame.
I'll send you a pacifier. Guess what, guys? Exclusive opportunity right now. I will send you a pacifier and a blankie. So you can replace that cow's tit milk. You can grow up and, yeah, you can have a sucky all night. It's perfect. Perfectly fine for you. Instead of drinking cow's titty milk. Disgusting. Grow up. Also, there was something else.
I like milk, therefore we
It's true though, right? Like, imagine you thinking you got to drink a cow's milk or whatever. Just suck on a pacifier or a sucky or whatever you call them. You know? Yes. There's a lot of weird people in here, but a lot of great people. So many great activists, guys.
Haz is here
Go
also. Yeah,
subscribe to Haz. He's out here all the time. Haz is always putting in the work, guys. Go subscribe. So is Vegan Stoner Lady. Guys, go over right now. Hit their buttons right now and go over subscribe right now. You must. It's a must. You have to. No. What are you talking about, Brandon? Brandon.
The reverse psychology.
Bro. No, meat is not good for you. Why are you calling them meat anyway? They're individuals.
Animals because I like milk.
Uh-oh.
Legalize animal abuse for milk.
Chip's yelling now.
Let's abuse animals because I like the taste of milk. Milk and flesh. Let's abuse them. Come on. How else would we get milk and flesh for them? We gotta abuse them. And it's all justified because
No,
their
meat's
flesh
not
tastes
good, guys. You call them meat, right? You don't even call them the individuals who they are. I know, Chip's going. You know,
Let's abuse animals. I like the taste of their flesh. Therefore, it's justified to abuse them.
I've got a bee hanging around.
Yeah, that bee is always here.
Yeah, guys. Hey, listen. Just a reminder, you're not a baby cow. Dino Kid. That's plant-based meat I see there, buddy.
I like milk, so therefore it's justified
Meat
to abuse
raid.
cows. It's justified to sexually impregnate cows.
You rock.
Kill their babies, kill them, and kill the cows. All because I like the taste of
Chip
milk.
is telling people
Justified.
what the truth is. I mean, like,
Kill their babies because I
is it not true that we exploit animals and we don't need to? Is that not true?
You guys want to have a conversation with us?
Trolly
We're
trolls.
talking about animals.
Oh no, thank you.
No? Do you guys eat animals? Yep. Yeah, do you know that that's animal abuse when you eat them? So you're in favor of animal abuse?
I guess in a long way, yeah.
Not in a long way, in a pretty direct way. You support animal
He's
abuse.
agreeing. At least he agrees that he is abusing animals, even though it's terrible. Be consistent, guys. Chip goes through the logic. You see him in the live streams. He was talking to this guy before, and he had no excuses. I think I have some mods, but I'm more than willing to give out a mod for you, my buddy. Yeah, and just like let people stick around. I mean, obviously, if it's really bad, time them out. But let them stick around. I don't mind some of these comments. It just actually the people watching, the lurkers, are going to see these comments. They're going to be like, I don't resonate with that person. You know, it seems pretty logically consistent that we don't need to harm animals. We can live vegan, and yeah.
Ooh, I have an idea on how to start the next conversation.
Do you want me to? I hold the sign. Do you want to say
no,
hi?
No, go for it. I like what you're doing.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah.
Talk to the chat.
All right, guys.
Be vegans,
It goes so fast for me though. It's hard to like catch up, and I feel like I'm missing people. Sorry if I'm missing your comments, guys. I'm a little bit slow, and I'll blame jet lag. I'm slow because of jet lag. Yeah, that's it. I've been vegan for 11 years. Some people talking trash that you can't live vegan or that you won't be fine. I know vegans born vegan, they're in their 20s and their 30s. I know vegans that are athletes. I know vegans of all shapes and sizes. I know people that are, been 40 years vegan. So there's no excuse, guys. Anybody can do it. Yes, I can do it. The chat is rolling. It really is rolling, guys. I'm working on it. I'm working on the speed. I'm a little dyslexic too, so that's one of the intimidating factors why I sometimes don't do these. But I got outside of my comfort zone, The animals need our help. We need more people out in the streets speaking out exactly like this. If you guys don't know about Project Livestream, oh, wow. So Project Livestream, we've already done, how many have we done, Mel and Steve? Have we done 3 of them now? 3 Project Livestreams. We brought in hundreds of thousands of views. We brought people literally from their couch to the slaughterhouse. There's a legend himself, James Hattersley. Go to Vegan FTA and watch his recent interview. What a legend himself. Great job. James, we appreciate you. 2. I'm.
You want to try a social experiment?
The next one is 3. Yes, Mel. I vaguely remember you giving Steve shit for forgetting the numbers as well. So you're probably giving me shit as well. So yes, number 3 is coming up. Number 3 is coming up August 26th, I believe. Or sorry, September 26th. Get involved, get active, join us. We want to put as many cameras on slaughterhouses as possible. Go to Mel and Steve's Instagram, message them, get involved, join us. And Mel's laughing at me now, I'm sure. Join us, and we're going to try to get to as many slaughterhouses as possible, put as many cameras on these disgusting hellholes as possible, and change the world, guys. This box, this tool right here, this thing right here is changing the world for us. We need to take advantage of this opportunity. The live streams are popping off. You can see all the people watching my beautiful lid. They're all watching my beautiful lid, and they wouldn't be watching my beautiful lid, learning about veganism, if we weren't doing these live streams. So you guys can do probably much better job than I can at speaking out about getting out, getting active. You can aim to be as great as Chip is out here. A phone is a weapon. Exactly, Mel and Steve. Use that voice. They need us. They need our help. They're in factory farms right now. It's unbelievable the amount of numbers per minute, per hour, per day of how many animals' lives are taken. So Axel, the man. Barry, why aren't you vegan? What's wrong? What's the holdup? What's holding you back? Little taste pleasure? Come on, bro. Be a man. Be a man and get out there and fight for the animals. Dave's in the chat. Let's go, Dave. Dave's always on the Discord kicking it for the animals. Thank you, Dave. We appreciate all the work you do.
Somebody
Incredible.
loves plant-based burgers, see? Barry loves plant-based burgers.
Barry, exactly. Eat the plant-based burgers. You don't need to eat mother cows and their secretions on a burger. Did you know on that patty, there's probably up to, 140 different cows inside that one patty? Damn. No, Ben, I've worked in slaughterhouses. I don't need to eat any bodies. It's disgusting. Maybe you should go visit one.
You don't speak
Yeah?
English very well. That's okay. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You guys want to try a social experiment?
No, ASDF. No. That's not how it works. If those were humans in those slaughterhouses, you would be fighting for them. We don't need to eat animals. It's not necessary. Change my mind. Oh, rage broadheads. Got to be a little bit more polite in the chat, or Benji's gonna knock you out. I see. Deleted, banned, whatever. Well, stop being jerks. You can have a reasonable conversation, or Benji's gonna lay it down. He's gonna lay the slap down. And that's just who Benji is.
Want to try a social experiment?
And he's an awesome vegan. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit like. Twisted's in the chat. I love you too, Twisted. You know, we're just trying to do what we're all trying to do, right? You guys are here helping support. It would be very tough to be out here without the support. And it's so needed. It's so needed, guys. Yeah, well, don't say it then. Whatever that long. Get a name on there. If the mods are banning people, then why don't you listen to what they have to say, bro? Mods have autonomy, guys. I trust my mods. You trust your mods?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm one of them.
I trust them. Yeah.
I'm on strike right now. I'm on strike from Chip's channel right now. So guys, look Plant Geezer's in the house. Look at this.
Hey.
I mean, come on. Pia, Ben,
The sign says
Thomas, let's go. Plant, vegan plant, let's go. Peg, good to see you. Yes, let's go. We'll get another conversation in here soon. We'll get another one going. It's just a little lull.
That's the problem with this time, is that the museums close at 5, huh?
Yeah. Yes, let's go. What's the massive question? Is it going to be one of those, have you ever tried this? Like, please make it a genuine question. We make you laugh. Well, I'm glad we can make you laugh. We're apparently monkeys. Monkeys are pretty cool. I went to a sanctuary for orangutans. That was pretty sad to see. The palm tree oils have taken over the island, and they're pushing these poor orangutans out into no existence no longer. It's because we're humans, right? We just got to destroy everything, right? So if I were to go vegan, what are the benefits? Chip, I got a question for you. So if I were to go to vegan, what are the benefits? Why is it so much better than just what I do now? From Will. Good question, Will.
Number 1, you will no longer be an oppressor. That means you will no longer be oppressing innocent animals for an optional product. You will not be an animal abuser. Animals will no longer be exploited on your behalf. These are the biggest benefits that you being a vegan can have, number 1. Number 2, of course, your health can also improve. It's obviously much easier to adopt a heart-healthy diet when it's not full of saturated fat or cholesterol, right? That's 1. 2, it's much easier to adopt a healthy diet when it's full of fiber, and the healthiest, the healthiest foods on the planet are plants. Like if you look at all the dietary associations on this planet, they recommend getting your protein from plant-based sources because that is better for your health. Another thing, you're no longer supporting a particular type of human exploitation, which is the people who are in slaughterhouses, which Dave will tell you more about soon. You will also, well, you won't be a hypocrite, because if you say you're against animal abuse but you pay for animal abuse, that's kind of hypocritical, so you won't be a hypocrite. What other benefits? You will have a carbon footprint that is a quarter of what it is now. You will not be supporting the largest and worst corporations on this planet who lie to you constantly, who lie and pay large sums of money to deceive you. The economy, you'll be supporting a much better economy, because most of the money, well, not most of the money, I'm sorry, that's a misstatement. That's a lot of money goes towards animal agriculture, towards subsidizing these industries. So if you wouldn't be supporting them, you would obviously be on a better situation.
So many reasons, right? Yeah. If you're worried about the environment, look at ocean dead zones, you look at deforestation. I mean, there's a huge environmental impact, but obviously, like, we always talk about the animals because that's the most important thing. They're being executed for something that's trivial as taste pleasure. And so for you, it's like a very simple choice, right? It doesn't really matter to you at the end of the day, but for them, if you can imagine having to go to a slaughterhouse, and Chip just mentioned that there's workers that suffer as well. It's marginalized communities, it's individuals that are fleeing things like war, don't really have much of a choice for employment. Sometimes if you're convicted of something, then you'll have an easier time getting in these jobs. And these jobs are also high turnover rates. So PTSD, drug addiction, alcoholism, and increased violent crime rates in all these communities surround this whole exploitation industry. So when you support veganism, you're also supporting human rights as well. But that's not the main reason. But we're going to get into another conversation, guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Ben.
Ben.
I'll let you
I
go.
love that tattoo. What's that tattoo?
The tattoo?
Yeah.
It's the Black Mage from Final Fantasy.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Ben, where are you from, Ben?
I'm
we
from
see the tattoo?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina. My sister lives in North Carolina, but she lives in Charlotte. Yeah.
Okay.
Quite a coincidence. So, Ben, we're animal rights activists, David and I, and we fight for the rights of animals. Do you think animals should have rights?
I do.
You do, yeah. Well, if I ask you what rights do you think they should have, what do you think? What can I answer?
To be cruelty free in life.
Cruelty free. Do you think they deserve the right to body autonomy?
I think so for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, do you think you deserve body autonomy?
Yes.
Is that because you were born human, or is it because you're a being who, identifies your body? You want to do things with your body? What specifically is it? What makes you?
I guess for me, part of it would be like level of sentience. I guess.
Level of
Like
sentience,
being
yeah.
self-aware.
Being self-aware, yeah.
Yeah.
So any animal that is self-aware, that they're sentient, they deserve body autonomy,
I
right?
would think so.
I agree. Do you think cows, chickens, and pigs are sentient beings?
I think they're probably more aware than most people give them credit for.
Exactly. Do they deserve body autonomy?
I think so.
I think so. You think so? I like that about you. Do you think you're respecting their body autonomy if you are buying animal products? I'm not sure if you are, but if you would be doing it.
I do. I do
You
eat.
do?
I do eat.
Yeah.
I do eat meat. I guess for me, what I look for is like, and this is hard to get honestly, is like animals that have been raised in a healthy and respectful manner. I try
And
to
then
find.
they killed.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's hard because the way we evolved to eat plants and animals, right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, but it's not like you suffer from the evolution, right? You're a being who can have both, and we have evidence that you can be healthy by eating animal products, and you can be healthy without eating animal products, right?
Yep.
So therefore, if you you have this luxury of choice nowadays. We didn't have this in the past, but now today we have this, right?
Well,
So
some of us have a luxury of choice.
Yeah, but you live in Raleigh, California.
Yeah, but
Raleigh, North Carolina.
where,
you definitely
where I
have that.
live,
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting because I'm fairly well off.
yeah.
You can drive 5 minutes down the street from me and you can find people who are living in dilapidated trailers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah,
you
but
know,
that does not justify you yourself paying for
No,
it, right?
I
Right.
agree.
Like in other words, maybe some people would have a hard time being vegan. I cannot admit to that, but you yourself could always choose to no longer exploit animals, right?
I could.
Yeah. So if you say that animals should have the right to body autonomy, but you pay for them to have that autonomy rejected or taken away from them, don't you think that's a contradiction in your view?
It is a bit of cognitive dissonance.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would agree.
I appreciate you saying that. Like not a lot of people admit to that. A lot of people either their ego gets in the way or something happens there. But like if you're, yeah, he knows. Yeah. But if you're aware about this, like we don't care about what happened in the past. I was there. I consumed animal products. But what would convince you, or what has to happen for you to say, I don't think I want to be part of this anymore?
I don't know. I've given it thought,
You haven't
but
given-
it's not an easy answer, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess part of it, if I'm being completely honest, is just I don't really like to cook, and the convenience sometimes of like trying to prepare food. I've had friends who are vegan who have lived with me, and it's just more time and effort to eat a specific diet the way that I like to eat,
Yeah.
while also, preparing food that's vegan. And just in life in general, I haven't had the time, or I haven't made the time to do that.
Well, how do you normally eat? How do you just
I eat meal plan, so I prep usually on like a Sunday and cook like a week's worth of food.
Yeah, but you can do that also on a plant-based diet, right? You
Yeah.
can meal prep easily. Like
That's
there's
more of
some-
a recent change.
Yeah.
So-
The meal prep, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think you could theoretically take a meal prep which is plant-based?
Yeah, I actually eat a bunch of plant-based food while I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bunch of it. But like, let me put it this way, because on our side, obviously, when we eat a bunch of plant-based food, is better than a bunch of animal-based food. And on our side, when we eat one animal product, it doesn't seem like much, right? But then if you think from the perspective of the victim, when we pay for that animal product, not that animal product was made with, but the next animal, in order to replace that product, they will have to exploit an animal, kill them, treat them like an object essentially. Because
Yeah.
even if they do give them a good life, they bring them to life only to kill them. So they don't really care what the animal wants, they just care what their body gives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Ben, if you ask yourself, what person are you? Like, who are you? Are you the person who wants to support this injustice because it's more convenient, or are you the person who wants to stop this injustice?
I guess if I'm being truthful with you, I don't fully consider eating animals to be an injustice.
Yeah.
Depending on how they're raised and cared for.
Yeah, because
mean-
but what if you couldn't eat them? Would you find an injustice? What everything we do to them?
I mean, I think that the way that they're factory farm raised, like especially what happens in a lot in America, I think that is unacceptable.
Why?
it's-
Why is that bad?
Because I think okay, so here's an example, right? Like we're driving down the highway, we drive a lot around the country,
Yeah.
and we live in an area where there's a lot of farming. So you'll see cows and pigs that are crammed into crates that are covered in, I'm on YouTube, so I probably shouldn't swear.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you can swear. you can
Covered in
swear, we swear.
covered in excrement.
Yeah.
There's been enough
You know?
curse words to
Yeah,
this.
we say shit. That's okay. You can say shit.
Well, they're covered in excrement,
Yeah.
and just the disease. A lot of places have to pump the animals full of antibiotics so that they don't get sick while they're in
Yeah.
confined spaces. So like that type of treatment, I think is a big problem for me.
Yeah, well, there was actually this interesting study done in Germany that compared there's a thing called Animal Welfare Index, and they compared the animal welfare index of large farms versus small farms.
Yeah.
And they did this on 13,000 dairy farms, right? Which is a lot. Like if you think
Yeah.
about it, there's a lot of animals. The farms ranged from I think 6 to 10 cows to up to 300, 500 cows, right? So you have a large variation. And what they found was that the animal welfare index was actually slightly bigger on larger farms, but ever so
Really?
slightly. Yeah, the reality is, as the study says, it's meaningless. The difference is meaningless, but rather the welfare is actually very similar. Like when we look at it from the outside, it seems so unnatural and so weird because we see these animals we see these cows put in this thing that spins.
Yeah.
And we think of it as like they're really treated like objects, but in reality they are treated like objects in every single farm.
How are they measuring that, out of curiosity?
Oh, the study goes into every detail about what they measured, but if I can tell you one thing is that on small farms, while they do have a little bit more time with farmers, right, which obviously yields to better results because animals don't just need space and food; they also need socializing and
Yeah.
and a bit of mental stimulation. On large farms, they had standard procedures in place. So, for example, in a small farm, if a individual is frustrated with a cow or something, they might kick them, they might be a little bit nastier to them, yell at them or something. Whereas on a large farm, they just have procedures for everything in place. Oh, are you frustrated with them? That's okay, just follow this instruction.
I gotcha.
They have more veterinary visits and all this kind of stuff, so it yields overall a better welfare index. Are the animals happier or not? That's a different status, right? But I would say none of the animals are happy in either situation because like socializing is important to every these animals. They're all social beings like we are. And if you think about their life, every single individual that they live with at one point disappears, and they also eventually disappear themselves,
Yeah.
right? Their babies get taken away from them. All of this, just everything that we do to them is for us, for our products, right? We don't really care what they want. So I don't think personally farming can ever be ethical. Do you think farming can be ethical?
That's a tough question because I have family members who grew up on farms and had
Yeah.
farms. I mean, I
But take it in isolation, right? We're not trying to judge
Yeah.
anybody here. We're
I,
trying
well,
to
if
make
the question is,
statements.
can it ever be ethical? I think it can.
You think it
I
can?
don't think that that's how most people necessarily do it. I don't think that's maybe necessarily a priority for them.
So let me put it this way: if we were to farm humans, would that be ethical?
Probably not.
Probably not. So then, why would it be ethical in the case of an animal but not a human?
I think the level of awareness of what's going on would make a difference. Because if you're very human and you're aware of what's happening to you and you're aware that you're being raised for food, like you're living with that consciously on your mind the whole time. I don't know if animals are necessarily the same way.
Yeah, but we can equate for that, right? Like if we take an intellectually challenged human being, one who isn't aware, who has the awareness of an animal, would it be okay to farm them?
No.
See? So that's not the reason then, right? It's not this awareness that it makes it bad. I think what makes it bad personally is the fact that when we see a human being, we acknowledge that there's an individual in there, that there's somebody who has wishes, who has desire, and they don't want to, be an object to somebody, be exploited, be used, be killed. And and we acknowledge that in dogs and cats also, right? Like when we have pets like this, we acknowledge that in them. But all these other animals, we've been desensitized to acknowledge this in them. But they're very much individuals, just as much as everybody else is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how many more animals should we, exploit it for you from now on?
I don't think I can make a commitment. It's hard to do that.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah, I just try to take the steps I can to minimize
Okay,
suffering and problems. Just is a broad scope, not just with animal.
Okay, then
cruelty,
let's
but
make a
just in
little bit of
general.
progress today with one thing. Do you think that it is unethical to farm animals?
Again, I think it depends on how you're going about it.
Please describe to me an ethical way of farming animals.
I mean, I guess making sure that their lives are not being,
Who brings them to life?
well, the farmers.
Yeah.
They're generally
Is that
raising
ethical?
the next. See, it's gonna be tough because I see a lot of stuff in gray area.
But if you say it's gray, you already know that there's a part of it that's bad, right?
Well, I
You're
think
only
what
saying
I
that
think
it's
a part
good.
of it can be bad.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
so in what way can somebody controlling the breeding process of an animal for the benefit of the human, not the animal, be ever ethical to the animal?
Well, yeah, I think you have to look at the outcomes, right? And so most people are raising animals for food, and in a lot of
Well,
places.
for money, not for food.
Well, for food,
Because
but
we
I
can
mean,
get food from
ultimately-
other sources.
Ultimately, money. I mean, but they're selling the animals, and those are going to supermarkets generally, or they're being used for other things, right? Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that the Indians who were using buffalo in the American Midwest and the West, was that unethical?
Did they need to?
Well, I mean, I can't necessarily answer that because how their lifestyles were 400 or 500 years ago, I can't say, but they were using the entirety of the animal.
I don't care about that. Did
Yeah.
they need to? That's the only question. If you need to,
Yeah.
then obviously you can justify need. You can justify doing horrific things out of need, right? Like imagine the people who crashed in the Andes and they ate other human beings. I wouldn't go to them and be like, you're a murderer or you're an asshole or something. I would say like, hey, it's justified. You were in a situation where you needed to do what you did to survive. But in a day-to-day life, if they all of a sudden started eating humans or killing humans and eat them, I would say what the fuck are you doing? so yeah, but so need is a big thing about it, right?
True.
So if there is no need for it, I would say any type of violence, exploitation, farm, anything, I would say it's bad because if there's no need for it, there's an individual who is going to suffer from it. Whether we treat them nicely or not, I don't mean suffering necessarily as pain or emotional suffering, but there will be some form of suffering, either by them having their life taken very early from them or by them simply, not living the life that they were supposed to live. Because as I said, they don't just need space and food, they also need stimulation and, some freedom like we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this idea of not ever being a need? In the absence of need, do you think consuming animal products is justified?
I think it's harder to justify.
It's
I
harder
think
to
it's something that if
justify,
I'm being totally honest about myself, I just don't think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Because that's a difficult thing.
It's difficult
to
because
consider.
when we consider it, then we automatically have to change. Otherwise, we would be hypocrites to ourselves, right? And it would be difficult to swallow that. But, I wouldn't be doing my job as an animal rights activist if I wouldn't push you at least a little bit on this and ask you, if you take it in a cold, right, and it weren't cows or chickens or pigs, but it was just dogs. Let's imagine there's a virus who takes over and kills all these animals. If it's only cats and dogs that are left, and it's needless because you can always choose plant-based products, would you still continue paying for these animal products?
And I admit there's some hypocrisy in there, but
Yeah.
we're both really attached to dogs. I've rescued several from neglect and abuse cases. So
Yeah, because
dogs have a special place in my heart. I wouldn't be able to eat them.
Same for me. I love dogs, but I also respect all animals. And the thing is about dogs is that when I look into the eyes of a dog, I do recognize there's a somebody there. That's all. That's how I see it, right? I've had a dog myself. I cried when they died. God, that was difficult. And it's I just admit it. I just realized that they sleep, they dream. They dream. They think. They have wills. I want this. I want that. They have a different personality. All of them. So I don't know. I feel like if I look back on what I liked in life, it's not the knowledge that I gained. It's not the intelligence, how intelligent I am, the success that I had in business or whatever. It's the experiences that I have, the emotions that I felt, the people that I was with. All of that is what matters to me in life. And if I die and I see my life flashing through my eyes, I'm not gonna see all the spreadsheets and shit that I did. I'm gonna see the beautiful experiences that I had, and animals have the same beautiful experiences. So if the most valuable thing in my life is the same thing that is the most valuable thing in their life, then obviously somebody taking that away from me is just as bad as me taking that away from somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this because I want to respect your time and I appreciate you stopping by.
No problem.
I'll give you a card. How about this? There's a documentary here called Dominion, or The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear. When you scan this QR code, can you promise me you'll watch one of these two?
I'll watch them.
Okay, and until you watch them, let's just do a small commitment. Until you watch them, don't consume any animal products. Can we do that?
I'll do my best.
Okay, I appreciate you, man.
Nice
Have a
talking.
good one.
Thanks.
Same. Yeah.
You want in?
Am I taking a part of it? Okay.
Do you want to? Do you want
I can have a few minutes.
Just
You
a
already
couple
had
minutes
a.
because he wants to get to the
Is
museum.
it live?
Yeah, come here, come on.
Rapid
come.
fire. I already spoke
Rapid
with
fire.
him.
You already spoke with him? How do you
We
feel?
spoke briefly
Yeah.
about being vegan. So I think, in principle, I think everyone would agree you want to be like the force for good.
Yeah.
You want to reduce the suffering, whether it's animals, whether it's human beings. And I think like where we kind of set, where we kind of landed was in what order do you tackle those issues. I think there was a book written by an economist, how would you spend $1 billion if you could? A group of economists kind of sat down thinking what would give you the biggest bang for your buck. And I feel like even environment hasn't made the top 10. Because I think the idea was if you eradicate famine, for example, then you would collectively bring to the world more intelligent people.
Yeah.
And then kind of statistically it would make sense you would have like more guys like Elon Musk, super intelligent guys, and maybe those people would come in with great ideas to solve problems. So I think being vegan, being plant-based, reducing suffering, great idea. But I think on like a population level, which is like the problem we should be focusing on. Now that's not to say I'm kind of moving away from my responsibility.
Well, yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah,
get to
I was
that.
gonna say,
And we,
yeah.
we were
Yeah.
talking a little bit about that, but maybe Chip can get into some questions. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna set this down, take a drink of water.
I'm curious because I like what you said. Let's imagine a scenario where you didn't have $1 billion, but you could just make different choices. And one choice could lead you towards more suffering, more exploitation, worse for the environment, and the other choice could lead you to less of it, almost none, and better for the environment. What choice
True.
would you make?
Of course, like the more responsible choice.
Yeah.
So personally, I would consider myself as a lucky person because I'm quite nutritionally educated. So
Yeah.
I think like for me, it's relatively easy to design a diet that can like fulfill my nutritional needs.
Yeah.
I think if we were to speak about, say, average person who perhaps doesn't have like the means, whether it's kind of education or finance,
Yeah.
I suppose like being plant-based perhaps wouldn't be the top priority.
Because they wouldn't know how to do it.
Yeah, and,
yeah.
and I suppose, like I mentioned to your colleague, that I think the priority for them would be, albeit selfish.
Yeah.
My kids come first, my health comes first. I suppose I could see myself as like a quote-unquote privileged person who is able to do more cautious kind of choices. I'm not vegan,
Yeah.
but I would say a lot of my diet is vegetarian.
It's vegetarian. Yeah.
Not necessarily because I kind of cautiously think about the ethical choices, but it's just something I kind of fall into.
Yeah. I mean, I think I felt the same way. I actually became vegetarian for health reasons because reality is it's much easier to be healthy without consuming meat and animal products, right?
Yeah.
The cholesterol, the saturated fat, all that is. I don't know. I live in a family where my dad has heart disease, so it's obviously can be risky for me to consume these products,
Sure.
especially as you just repeatedly have a chance of increasing your chance of heart disease. But I think like when we talk about animals and this situation, I would say like, let's put it if it were human rights, because we discuss the environment, we discuss all these great causes, but I think all of them pale in comparison if it were about human rights, right? Like let's imagine that if you could choose to either save the environment by killing 1 billion people, which would arguably be better for the environment, would you do it?
No.
No, of course not, because exactly we value the rights of these individuals way more than the environment that we put first. We need to fight for the environment, but not the expense of other individuals.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, so we do the same when it comes to animals. We should also I'm not saying you should put animal rights above human rights. You can put human rights first, but I'm saying you should put animal rights above all these other stuff because they're just as much individuals as they are. They have emotions, they have feelings, they have memories,
Yeah,
they have all
absolutely,
of this, right?
And I think like a huge part is the cultural context. I find it bizarre in certain cultures, like it's fine to eat a horse.
Yeah.
In certain European countries, it will not be.
Yeah.
Because obviously horse is seen as like a companion and
Yeah.
a friend. There's like a bond. You use horses therapeutically. I'm not gonna mention countries. There was like a movie, War Horse. Soldier kind of departs from his kind of animal, and then the entire movie. I haven't seen it. The entire plot is about the guy kind of going out and trying to find his horse, because there's a bond between the animal and the man. And then you go to a different country and you can buy a sausage out of a horse.
Exactly.
So like what makes it right in certain countries and what doesn't? And I think a lot of it is social construct.
Yeah, it is. And do
Yeah.
you think that we should abide by these social constructs, knowing that in the back of them there might be individuals who are suffering, who are exploited?
I think it's definitely like worth revisiting, but I can see it being difficult again because of those kind
For
of
some people,
Yeah,
right?
cultural
Yeah,
nuances.
but do you think that you as an individual can still make a change by you choosing to never participate in this kind of stuff? Like, do you think your change
Yeah.
would matter?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think certain animals that, again, it's a bit philosophical. I would say I probably would feel a bit less inclined to eat certain animals that show certain human-like qualities.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Like what?
So, for example, in Japan, I know there's a bit of a taboo around eating dolphin.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a lot of emerging evidence showing huge intelligence of the dolphins, their ability to kind of grieve, they're kind of dead.
Yeah.
Having like a level of intelligence we probably cannot appreciate, and maybe like in 10, 20 years we're gonna find out that dolphins are like super intelligent. We just measure them by a human way of intelligence.
Exactly. That's you're so smart guy, man. I like that.
So
You
then I
see
think
what I mean.
people
Yeah.
maybe like categorically can eat a dolphin.
Yeah.
You think about like pigs, for example. Pigs.
We need you to be a vegan activist.
We need you to be a vegan activist.
I just need
You're
to eat
clearly a
plant-based.
smart person.
But-
Yeah.
But I feel like even pigs, when you think about it, I would never eat a pig now because they have like dog-like qualities. But again, like then you get into like this debate, what divides human-like qualities from non-human-like qualities?
I don't think we
Well-
have to go that far, though.
Yeah, and I would also say like cows and chickens, they have they feel grief, they feel anxiety, they have emotions, they feel happiness, sadness. They're social beings. So if you imagine the life even of the happiest cow on a farm, like a dairy cow, for example, well, dairy cows are impregnated so that they can produce milk.
Yeah.
They have their babies taken away from them so that we can take the milk. Some of the babies are killed because they don't produce milk, like if they're male. And when the cows can no longer be pregnant, we kill them also. So if you imagine the experience of one single cow, they basically, their life begins with being separated from their mother, which is already like very destabilizing for them. They grow up being raped every single year and having their babies taken away from them every single year and exploited for their milk. Every single friend that they see, at some point they disappear. Their babies, some of them also disappear, and at some point they also get put into a truck and they get killed. Like I think they already know it. Like the reality is when they get put into a truck, you already see the fear in their eyes because they know nothing good can come of this because nothing good was in their life.
So do you think it maybe it's down to like the method of slaughter and the kind of mass production of it to some extent?
I think it's just the fact that we do this. I think there's no way there's no right way to do the wrong thing. And I think if there was a necessity for it, we could tackle the method. You're right. Like if we needed any of these products, we couldn't survive without them. Maybe we should tackle the methods. Maybe we could do it better. Maybe we could be more efficient in this way. Like we would find a way, right? We would balance it. But when there is no need for it, it's just cruel at the end of the day, isn't it? We do all of this, and we disregard everything that they want because I don't think anybody cares what the cow thinks, feels, or wants. They just care about what their body is like. Is their body producing milk? Yes. We use them as a milk machine. Is their body no longer producing milk? No. We kill them and we use them as a meat. Like it doesn't matter what's in their head.
Yeah.
So even if they were intelligent, if they could express more, nobody would listen because we just see them as machines.
There's like a disassociate, I think,
Yeah.
between that. I spoke with a vegan from pretty posh, rich Scandinavian family, and she told me that she would be happy eating game. To which I was surprised. How come would you eat like meat that
Yeah.
was like hunted? And I think her point was, if an animal wasn't bred explicitly to be slaughtered and had a good life in the wilderness, and maybe there's like an elk season and the elk is causing like some sort of issue environmentally, and then hunting season sort of like opens and you kind of allowed to control the population, then maybe like under this nuance ethically would be fine.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I personally, I can still find an ethical issue in it because you're still seeing the animal as an object, right? Like if you think about the most invasive species on this planet, we are the humans. Nobody's killing humans to make the ecosystem better. So when we say let's kill some animals so we can make the ecosystems better, it's like let's destabilize an ecosystem and then let's blame other animals for our destabilization and kill individuals who don't want to be killed. Like I would say, if you want to eat flesh as a vegan, if you find an animal that's dead and you for some reason want to cook their flesh and eat them, I don't see any issue in that particularly. I personally wouldn't do it, but if anybody wants to do that, I wouldn't go like on the street and have conversations with people. If everybody did that, I wouldn't be like, yeah, don't do that. I would just be like, because the whole point is the sentient beings who have an experience of the world. Let's just respect their experience. That's all it is. We respect your experience. You respect my experience. Nobody's trying to, to take your experience away from you or to make it malicious in some way, right? Like to exploit you or something. So might as well respect everybody else's since everybody has an experience.
No, absolutely. I mean, like, I think we agree on many points anyway. I just happen not to be super vegan.
So
I don't eat a lot of meat.
So here's a difficult question then. And this is the last question. How many more animals should be exploited on your behalf from now on?
I wouldn't look at it in such a transactional way, I suppose. I think kind of going back to like not being vegan, I think that there's probably a way of going about like an ethical way where you probably kind of respect the animal.
Can you farm an animal and respect them?
Can you farm an animal and respect it? I think in an ideal world, if we could do perhaps what the Scandinavian lady was kind of implying, that perhaps that would be like the most ethical way of going about it. But I hear your point about humans kind of coming into an environment to kind of control it and decide what is the kind of level of control in that.
I mean, we control everything, and we just draw a line and say, dogs, you are for being loved, I will respect you. But if at any point in time, like, dogs are also not safe. Dogs are just the same, like if you're not vegan, dogs are in the same danger as every other animal, because dogs are essentially just beings that we deem as safe, but just move the culture ever so slightly, start changing the culture ever so slightly, and dogs will be in danger just as much as any other animal.
True. I would probably like flip the conversation a bit and say it's probably the same as trying to protect the environment and slow down, say, global warming in a way, because it's supposed to happen. It's like a natural kind of cycle. Human beings definitely have an impact that accelerates it. And then I suppose you could argue, well, why stop it? Let it carry on, human intervention aside, because that's kind of natural cause. But then I suppose we prioritize humans and the cities and their infrastructure because you want to.
But just to be clear, by the way,
can I just add one thing? Is I think a lot of this just really boils down to our own bias and our own ego, right? Because if we take a look at it objectively, like none of us probably would actually harm an animal. So we have this tradition, this culture that tells us to do this. We grow up in it, and now we have this dichotomy, right? Like if I agree to this, then I have to agree my past wasn't so good with this subject, right? And then moving forward, it might be a little uncomfortable for me. But again, like we grow from being uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
We grow from stretching the limits, right? And so that's something maybe I'd encourage you to kind of think about here. Sorry.
No, absolutely. I mean, like I like to think I don't have a big ego. So if anyone thinks I'm chatting shit, please comment below.
I was just gonna say, like,
subscribe and like.
Like, animal agriculture is not for humans. It's not for humans.
Yeah.
None of it is. All of it is for money, because no human benefits from it other than the rich assholes who lie to us, and other than the politicians who get paid by animal agriculture in order to get more subsidies from all our governments. The slaughterhouse workers. Have you talked about the slaughterhouse workers?
It's very complicated. I feel like the scale of it is definitely too big.
But even in a small scale, that's exactly it. Because when there's no necessity for it, at a small scale, you realize how ridiculous it is. We grow food that instead of us making food for ourselves out of it, we feed to some innocent animals who put their trust in us. Then we cut their throats and we eat them. And we get considerably less calories. We're highly inefficient. And in the process, we dehumanize ourselves. We commit this violence where we dehumanize sentient beings, and we also dehumanize ourselves by doing that. Because, it's not our value doesn't stem from us being the species human. It stems from our subjective experience, from us being individuals. So when we take that away, it's so easy for us to make different labels for everybody and just disregard them completely. And that's what we did right with slavery. Take, for instance, black people were said that they're not humans. They were called animals, and that's how they justify doing what they did to them. But if we lived in a world where it wasn't just about this label of a human and an animal, where we actually looked at the traits and realized that, well, they're very much like us, perhaps slavery wouldn't have happened. So.
Sure. No, absolutely. I feel like maybe the nuance is the nutritional element of it.
Yeah.
I spoke with your colleague that for an average person it may be difficult to be kind of equipped in the expertise to design like a
Yeah.
nutritionally sufficient vegan diet. And again, like going back to me, I probably
you
would be
can.
able, I probably
Yeah.
would be able to do it.
And we provided you some.
And I've got a business card now as well,
Yeah.
so I can learn. So I appreciate what you guys
Yeah.
do.
Just keep in mind that every time you make this choice, like obviously we can't police you what you're gonna do, but when you go into the supermarket, you pick up that product. When you go to a restaurant and you look on the menu and you pick that product that contains an animal product, right there and then your money will go towards an animal being exploited, abused, and slaughtered for you. You're taking all that experience away with your money, and you have so much power in that money, and you can always choose to use that power in a different way. And we're not like it. Obviously, David wants you to be an activist. That would be amazing because you seem like a smart guy, but we're just asking for the bare minimum, and that is just make the different choice. Not speak up, not take a time out of your life, but just make a different choice. That's it.
No,
See what I
sure,
mean?
yeah. You gave me some thoughts to think about, so yeah. You can
There's,
leave that
there,
with me.
there's two videos there that I give you on the card.
Okay.
One is the minion, and the other is the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you
Okay.
promise me you'll watch one of these
Yeah,
two?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to watch back on his channel in the
Yeah, so-
community post.
You have
Oh.
my channel here,
Yeah.
but now we're on David's channel.
Okay.
But the last post in my community tab is exactly this stream.
If you want to watch.
All right,
back or
yeah,
whatnot.
great
Yeah.
stuff. I can watch them by
Yeah.
myself.
So let's do one small commitment. Until you watch these two videos, just be plant-based until you watch these two.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why not?
But my nutrition is driven by my sport in a way.
I'm a big guy too. I get it. You're bigger than me though. But yeah.
I would be able nutritionally like to compensate for it, but it's a bit difficult to do it
Yeah.
off the bat without like planning.
Well,
Which
what I
probably
mean,
proves my
what I
point a bit.
did you plan already what you're gonna eat today?
Yeah.
Do you live here in Amsterdam?
No, I'm moving. I'm going back to UK. Yeah.
You go back to UK. So how did you plan it? Like, did you plan to buy something or did you already buy something?
I've got Excel spreadsheet. I eat the same thing every single day, so it's like super easy.
Yeah. But did you already buy everything?
Well, yeah. Like I'm surviving on protein powder effectively, which happens not to
Yeah.
be vegan.
No, so
and
let
that's
me
in my luggage.
let me just be clear. I don't. If you have some animal products already, I'm not telling you to throw them away. I'm just saying don't contribute to more of it. Like don't give your money in that direction until you watch these videos, and then you decide for yourself if you want to give your money going forward in that direction. Okay?
I mean, like I'm not probably not going to eat anything anyway by the end
Yeah,
of the
but
week.
also a plant-based dietitian is on that challenge 22.
Yeah.
They're going to give you ideas on meal preps and all that. Like Chip, we're all fine, you know, we
Yeah.
can do that. It's just the little replacements. It's not that big of a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look at
I'm a certified nutritionist. I get protein powder. I mean,
He's
I-
feeding me.
Yeah.
I'm getting bigger.
there's vegan protein powder.
Sure, absolutely.
There's if you do pea plus brown rice, the
Complete
taste
amino
is a little
acids,
bit
yeah.
different, but the outcome is almost similar to whey.
Mhm.
And soy is also really good. Soy has no taste if you don't care about the taste. But if you combine it with like berries and bananas, you're not gonna feel the taste of any of them.
Also, UK Vegan Campout, I mentioned you earlier, is this coming weekend, Friday to Monday.
It's next
So
to London.
It's next to London or it's closer to there.
Okay.
Come and join. It's a really great festival.
It's a lot of good food and
A lot of good
festival.
food and fun
Okay,
times.
sounds good. Let me know
Alright.
what I think about it. But yeah, I appreciate the time.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Watch those
So, yeah,
videos, okay?
keep on
Cheers.
going, guys, and thanks
What's
a lot.
your name?
Yeah. David.
David.
All right, yeah, nice to meet you guys. Yeah, see you later.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah, you seem like a smart guy, but
I got
yeah, your
fifth-
batteries.
My battery's getting a bit low, but also I think that's a good ending. I think we got out here. We did what we could, and I encourage you, like Haas.
Wait, let's tell some more people.
Uh,
I want to abuse animals because I like milk.
let's.
Milk is good, therefore it's justified. To
Well, we got
abuse
Chip
animals.
going on his thing. But guys, thank you so much. I encourage you to go watch Jake's live stream. Go subscribe to his channel. He's on there all the time, guys. He's literally the Vegan Truman Show, and he's a great activist. He's a wonderful person, standing up for the animals. Go subscribe to Haz. You know, there's so many of the vegan activists here. Please go and subscribe to them and watch them. I'm filming myself, guys. Don't worry.
Animal abuse is justified.
Unless you want me to turn the camera around, no?
If
All
I
right.
like cheese and milk, it's okay
So-
to
so
exploit
ch-
innocent animals and
Alright.
kill them.
Never.
Well, if I like it, it's okay.
No, bro.
No? Are you
Doing
vegan?
a social experiment. Good
Yeah.
Are you
I don't want to
vegan?
be on.
That's
oh,
okay.
Okay.
Are you vegan?
Not yet.
So not
I'm
yet.
gonna push you out
Are
here
you
and say
trying to
goodbye to
be
the
vegan?
chat.
I'm gonna go next week.
No, sweet. Why next week?
Okay, guys. Really appreciate you guys being here, holding on for 2 Over 2 hours. Wow, that's really great. Encourage you to follow all of the animal rights activists in the chat. Sky, good to see you. You know, we're just doing what we can, like yourself, like Haz, like Jake, like Tone, like Dave. I mean, we could go on. PJ, I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and we're growing. We're growing. If you haven't heard about Project Livestream, I encourage you to go follow Mel and Steve. It's at Mel and Steve on Instagram. They'll help you get set up. We're going to go September 26th. We're going to put these devices here, these weapons here in front of slaughterhouses all across the world. We're going to get these places exposed for what they are. They're hellish nightmares. People need to stand up and fight for the innocent animals. They need our help, guys. They need our help. We got to get out there in droves, put these cameras right on them. And so people, animals eat animals. Come on, Bill. There's better arguments than that, isn't there? Actually, there's no argument to exploit, confine, torture innocent animals. We just don't need to view animals in that aspect. We live in a much better world if we didn't. Exactly. Go follow NILF as well. No Injustice Lasts Forever. Great advocate. Veganosaur. Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope I said that right. Pia, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. And Jason as well. Dave. Vegan Stoner Lady, go subscribe. Guys, come on, let's go. Go subscribe, give some love. Follow these beautiful, wonderful activists. They're just trying to make change, you know, better change for the world. Think about how much better of a world we would live in if we were respectful and kind to and innocent, two innocent sentient beings. We live in a way better world, and someday we will live in that world, but we got to make it happen sooner than later. If you can imagine what those guys are going through. I'm trying to extend this a little bit so Chip can say goodbye. So Chip's going to come in and say goodbye as well.
This guy was, he said he was a veterinary scientist. He helped with making dairy cows more productive. He said he helped with getting them to produce more milk and getting pregnant easier.
Wow.
Yeah, but he said that he's going to go vegan and that he doesn't like what's happening to them, and he regrets everything that he does.
I mean, if you think about how many slaughterhouse workers are changing, how many people are going vegan, like myself, there's a few others that were in here in the chat. I don't know if they've shared that experience with you, but I get likes, I get messages from people all the time who've worked in this industry and have changed. You look at hunters, they've changed. Chris Vegan Sheepdog has changed. Toby Hunter has changed. You look at Rowdy Girl Sanctuary in Texas, of all places, Ranch City, you know, Rowdy Girl Sanctuary has changed. Myself, there's so many others that have changed, and it's very easy to do so. And we're also asking people just to get out here, get active for the animals. If Chip and I can do it, you can do it as well.
Just one person, you never know. You speak to one single person, that person could change everything. Like imagine me, David, we became vegan to watching some videos. Maybe us just having a conversation would have meant being vegan. And all of this people we speak to, you don't know how it trickles down. You don't know how it becomes better. And even if it doesn't, if it's just one person, it's almost 100 animals per year, maybe even more.
Think about all the lives you can affect, guys.
Yeah.
All right, gonna sign off now, guys.
Subscribe to that 40-year-old vegan.
Yes,
okay?
hit like, subscribe, tell your friends. Also go to that Chip Guy's channel, give him some love. He puts it out there all the time. We're getting trolled by some people here. You want to be on camera, guys? Oh my gosh, we got 12% on the vote. Okay, come on in. You go for it.
I'll have a conversation.
I guess we're still going, guys.
Okay, we'll do a quick conversation. How old are you guys?
I'm 13.
13?
14.
Oh, god damn it. You can't be on camera.
Sorry, guys. We can't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You gotta be 18.
2006, I don't know.
How old?
19.
19, okay. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we just need consent, that's it. You also can chip in on the conversation, but we need some consent if you can be live on YouTube, right? And you guys cannot give informed consent because you're not old enough. So, I have the sign that says animal abuse should be legal. Do you guys agree with that?
No.
No? What if I benefit from abusing animals? Does that mean it should be legal?
No.
No? Oh, it's bad, right, to abuse
It's
animals?
very, very bad.
Why is it bad to abuse animals?
Because animals also have feelings, and I think it's not like human to even hurt them.
Exactly. How would you define abuse? How would you, if somebody does something to an animal, how would you know if it's abuse or not?
Anything that affects them badly.
Anything that affects them badly. I freaking love that. That's a very smart way of putting it. Do you think that if we were to impregnate animals and take away their babies, is that bad?
Probably.
Yeah. Is that affecting them badly? What
Yeah.
if we kill their babies then?
Oh, that's
Sounds
even
like the
worse.
it sounds like the process of eating meat.
It
Is
sounds
it a
like-
vegan campaign?
It is a vegan campaign, yeah. This is the process of milk. Do you guys drink milk or eat cheese?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. So part of your money when you pay for these products
I
goes
don't pay.
towards however you make that choice and however that choice is being paid for, part of that money goes towards the impregnating of dairy cows, separating them from their mother, killing them if they're male, and killing them when they can no longer be pregnant themselves. Is that fair to do to animals?
Not really.
Is that abusive to do to animals?
Milk
Kinda.
industry is something very dark. And, yeah.
Say it again.
The milk industry is kind of dark. And
It is,
it's
yeah.
not very, yeah.
Well, we want it to go
Very
away,
nice.
not because we have something against all the people working there, but rather because we don't like animals being treated this way. We just despise the idea of animals being treated like objects, essentially, right?
I mean, it's fair, but people are treated like objects also.
And we should stop that, right?
True, but it still happens. And
But if you had
other,
a choice between
other
paying,
animals eat animals too, and we're kind of like animals, so
yeah, we are animals, but like we don't derive what is right or wrong based on what other animals do, right? Other animals, they also do rape, they do infanticide, you know. Animals do all sorts of weird things in nature. We don't say
humans too.
Humans too, yeah. But we humans hold ourselves to a higher moral standard, right? We say we shouldn't be, oh, I have a craving to have sex, therefore I'll rape somebody, right? That would be immoral. An animal would do that though, right? Like an animal, if they don't get it, they gotta get it, you know? That's what they do. So when we hold ourselves to this higher standard, we realize that it's wrong to do all of these things, right? So how do you feel? Is it wrong to do this to dairy cows?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Do you think we have some responsibility in the matter when we pay for this?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly it. And do you think that we can choose other things?
Probably not.
Probably not. Do you think we cannot be healthy without animal products?
We could,
Yeah, so
but
then
some
we can
people don't
trade.
want to.
Some people don't want to. But do you think that morally
I mean,
justifies
I
it?
think you really have to make your own choice.
Sure.
like-
but do you think you should make, like, obviously you're free to make the choice whether to be violent towards somebody or not. But the question is, should you be making the choice to be violent towards somebody?
Not really.
Not really, yeah. But do you think that animal agriculture is violent to animals?
Probably.
Yeah. So do you think we should be making the choices that are violent towards animals?
Depends on the person.
Depends on the
If
person.
you want to, you should. If you don't want to, you shouldn't.
How do you feel? So you feel like if somebody wants to be violent towards animals,
No,
they should.
if someone wants to eat meat, then they should.
But meat implies violence.
Well, if then yes,
So if somebody wants to eat dog meat, they should be allowed to kill a dog and eat them.
in an ethical way, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to eat a human, should they be allowed to kill a human and eat them?
No, because we don't eat our own kind.
I know we don't, but why would that be wrong? But it's right to do it to an animal.
Because it's another species.
So what?
So
Why
it's
is
something
it-
else than your
why,
own.
why does that make it right or wrong?
It's not necessarily right, but it makes it different.
It makes it different, but that doesn't necessarily make it right or wrong, does it?
Yeah, true.
So then, whether killing a human or not, or killing an animal or not, to the individual who's being killed, to the individual who's being treated like an object, don't you think is just as bad regardless of the species that they have?
Maybe, yeah.
Like if you were born a different animal, and somebody was to be putting a knife through you, do you think you would feel differently? Don't you think you would feel just pain, just not wanting to be, and scared, not wanting to be there?
Probably.
Yeah, and if somebody did it to you, you would feel bad because of that feeling towards it, right? So wouldn't it logically entail that then it's bad also to do it to these other animals for the same reason?
True.
Yeah, that's all we're saying, you know? And you're right that we do have these choices, but I'm saying we shouldn't have these choices. We shouldn't have the choices to exploit a human. We shouldn't have the choices to exploit an animal.
True.
Because when we make these choices, we take away the choices of these other individuals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll gonna give you a card. I won't hold you for too long because we also don't have a lot of battery left. So on this card right here, there's a documentary called Dominion, and the most important speech you'll ever hear. That's a video. You promise me you'll watch one of these too?
Sure.
Just to learn a little bit more about what animal agriculture does. You might not be
Alright.
okay with it. Okay? I appreciate you. What's your name?
Jelena.
Jelena. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Jelena.
Nice to meet you.
Have an awesome day. And you know, that's
Thank
what we
you.
stand for the animals. It's
Right,
about them, right?
right.
It's not about, like, I don't care what you eat. It's just
I know.
about the animals.
I
That's
know.
all. Okay. I appreciate
Thank you.
it. David is speaking to the whole group. So you're going to have me for a second, everybody. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't really talk about it because they're still here. Yeah. You won, David, says Jason Gunn. You're getting me. That's what you get. What is your stance on abortion? I think I'm on David's channel. I don't think I cannot talk to you about my stance on body autonomy, but I'm for body autonomy, you know? I respect body autonomy, so I guess you can understand what my stance is from that one, right? I respect body autonomy. If you don't respect body autonomy, or if you don't respect women, you know which stance you will have, right? Yeah, somebody said that they couldn't adopt a plant-based diet. That's okay. If you can't adopt a plant-based diet, we can help you out with that. Nobody's born perfect. I had issues on an animal-based diet. I had skin issues, and I adopted a plant-based diet. I no longer had skin issues. Does that mean that the plant-based diet healed it? No, it could just mean that I was eating certain nutrients that were good or bad. That's it. Debate vegan gains on steroids. I don't think we should be promoting steroids. I think young people have an issue with it. They want to get big fast, but it's far be it from me to make choices for other people. I'm not vegan, but you guys make a lot of good points. But to be honest, the only reason why we make good points is because there's no bad points against it. That's the reality.
All
David?
right, guys, we're down to 6% on the stream. We had to get that going, and I spoke with a bunch of their friends, and they're going to look into things a bit more. So
Best we can ask for.
the best we can ask for. Thank you guys so much. Yes. Yeah, can
Yeah,
we
I'll
get a
give you
card?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So this is Chip's channel. I'll be in the description on his channel, but you guys already have my channel name.
Yeah, you can look at my community posts.
Yeah.
The last community post that I made is specifically this stream where.
And he's also got in the 3-minute movie challenge on there. If you look on the other side, you can check it out.
Yeah.
And go watch it, guys. It'll change your life. I promise you. Okay, thanks,
you.
guys. All right, guys. I mean, it's been a day. We're at 151 minutes watched. I don't know what is that? 2 hours and a bit. And we were gonna let go, but some people just really
2 hours
seemed
and a half.
interested. 2 hours and a half. Some people just really seemed interested, and my phone's about to die, so I kind of need that to get back to my place. So,
Yeah.
or
Don't
his
exploit
place.
animals.
Don't exploit
anybody
animals.
who
Live
says
vegan.
eat ... How about you speak about what we're talking about here, and that is don't exploit animals. Every time you say eat ... you say exploit this animal. Treat this animal like an object.
Yeah.
Kill this animal. All because pleasure. Come on.
Come on, guys.
better.
It's 2025. It's easy to live vegan. No
What are
need
you,
to
weak?
exploit
Are you
others.
weak? Are you weak?
We don't need to do that, guys. So thank you so much for being here. Go and subscribe to Chip's channel. And again, we'll be back. We're going to be back tomorrow, maybe on both of our streams, or maybe on Chip's, or maybe on mine. You'll have to see.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all you vegans out there and all the people who took care of everything, the moderators and stuff like that. We'll talk soon, guys. Much love.
Bye.
Where do I hit end? Oh, there. See you guys.